The best curries in town, United Yolanda and Lock no score, although the Lock Roos are about to line up for a shot at goal to try and get the scoring underway in the 2024 Grand Final up there at Ungara. And I can tell you that it will be, having a look at the sides, it looks as though it's going to be Macaulay Glover trying to line up for the opening goal for the Lock Roos, and he hooks it badly. In fact, he misses everything. So the score remains 0-0 between United Yolanda and Lock after about 7 minutes on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock. Players now moving into position.
Well, Josh Slade in the centre there for Marble Range. We've got Cole Castle on the wing just in front of us, mate. They've got Max Black in the guts as well with Dan Rinney for Marble Range. So some heavy hitters in there, mate.
It certainly is, and it is going to be, by the looks of it, Dylan Morgan going to take the rucking duties early on. So Max Bartlett has been moved out of ruck with Dylan Morgan to get the duties early on. And of course, no prizes for guessing who Lincoln South are putting into the ruck there with Hayden Carey. Umpire just about at the ready, looking around, checking for the boundary umpires and the 6-6-6 formation.
There's already a bit of argy-bargy down in the Lincoln South forward line there. Yowie Wagner sort of roughing them up, mate. Nice and early.
I can tell you Ben Jarvis is giving a little bit of a touch-up to Max Black in the midfield as well. Umpire at the ready, siren in the background, and we are underway in the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final. Ball goes up, and the first tap down is actually missed by everybody as Marble Range get there first, and then they overrun it. Lincoln South back with it. Hayden Carey trying to get the ball out of there, and the umpire says that'll be enough of that. No prior opportunity. We'll have a ball up. Opportunity missed there early on by Tyler White to get in early and try and get the ball out of the mess that is the ruck, and the ball goes to ground once more. It did shoot out of there, but the umpire was unsighted, so he's going to do it all again. Very demanding of Josh Slade to hand the ball over quite quickly, as a matter of fact. Dylan Morgan flying early, but Hayden Carey still got the touchdown, but it didn't go anywhere as Lincoln South picking it up, going straight to ground, and the umpire says he had every opportunity. Well, that's a bit stiff on Lincoln South as now Marble Range take the free kick. Going long early into their forward line, brought down beautifully there by Todd Slade.
I think good move. I think if he gets this one, he'll be on early. It won't be an easy kick, but he's got the breeze behind him. But just an easy, an early, I'll just wait until he kicks this one through, mate.
All right, Todd Slade moving in. He's on the 45-degree angle. He lets it go from 51. Todd Slade gets onto it. Does he have the legs on it? No, it's through just for the 1 point. So Marble Range, first points of the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final. Marble Range, 1 point, leading Lincoln South yet to score. We've had 2 minutes on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock for the best curries in town. Mitchell Hall bringing it back in from the goal square, going wide, finding Cohen Taylor. He gets the hand pass in, but only as far as Marble Range. Billy Bias into the forward line now. Ball sits down for Guy Hutchinson. Bias picks it up. He's taken high. Umpire says no. In fact, he failed to dispose of it, holding the ball. I thought that was a bit stiff on Billy Bias there, so probably going each way.
I thought it was high too, mate, but that's obviously what the umpire's going to be doing today, so no excuse. You've got to get it off early, I think.
Wilkins goes long, and Mark, umpire to throw in, just off to the right of the RSL Club Hall here at Centenary Oval.
Looks in like the ball goes. Sorry, mate, Max Black might be picking up Jarvis, I think, mate.
That's a big job, and Levi McDonald with the ball now, kicking forward, and it's all Marble Range at the back. In fact, there's a free kick going the way of Yowie Wagner, is there? I think it might be a referred free kick. It looks as though we're coming all the way back. So not a referred free kick. It might have been a little late contact, but you would think that the free kick would have been referred in that instance. So Lincoln South go long into the forward line, looking there to a 2-on-1 contest. Ball comes off, hands to the bottom of the pack. Marble Range pick it up, hand pass away. We've got a free going in there, and it looks as though it's going to be going the way of Lincoln South. Yes, man is a little bit slow to rise to his feet there in, I think that's Steve Paul it is. Looks to hand pass, he decides not to. He's going to go back, and he's going to take the free kick. Now Steve Paul will send it long into the Lincoln South forward line. Sits up in that very strong breeze, punched away by Marble Range. They pick it up nicely, trying to banana it around, and that is a big smother, big effort there, and that looks as though it was Brodie Druitt getting onto that smother, and the ball's going to be thrown in. 45 from home in the pocket of death, Lincoln South attacking end.
Good defensive footy there from Marble Range. Just quite a few of their players coming over the top there just to kill the footy and punching it to the boundary line, resetting.
That ball thrown in, and it veered about 10 metres in the air due to the wind, and the ball taken to ground. Umpire says no prior opportunity there for Waylon Miller to get rid of it, so we're going to have a ball up 45 from home at the northern end. Lincoln South attacking zone, and the ball off hands, and Lincoln South trying to pick it up. Waylon Miller trying to keep possession there. He does. I thought he was being held without it. Umpire says no, we'll have a ball up at the northern end, and it's about probably 30 metres from home, well to the right of centre. Lincoln South off hands and just trying to volley with the boot, and no such luck. Trying to pick it up and go there. I thought Cohen Taylor got taken high. Umpire says no, we'll have a ball up, smack in front, 35 out.
Umpire's letting the free kicks out there, Keith, which is good. That's what we want to see, just let the players play.
Flying high, got the tap out was Dylan Morgan, hand pass away from Druitt, and now the shot for goal from Levi McDonald is drifting, and it misses everything, going out on the full, and it will be a free kick on their left behind post to Marble Range. 5 minutes gone, Ampol Hallett plays time clock, Marble Range 1 point, Lincoln South yet to score.
Well, he liked it when it left his boot, Levi McDonald. He put the finger up in the air and he thought it was sailing through, but that wind just took control, didn't it?
Speaking of the wind, that carries at about 70 metres a clearing kick. Zane Montgomery got a chip in. It was touched off the boot. Umpire calling play on. Connor Madden let it go. Going to ground there. Is that hands in the back? Umpire says no. We'll have a ball up 40 from home just to the right of centre. Lincoln South attacking end. They're very keen at the ball early, Lincoln South, but Marble Range very, very strong defensively. Tap out one there by Morgan. Who gets there first? It's Lincoln South looking for a vacant body. And now it's Daniel Blythe running around. He's going to have to line up. It's a wobbly old kick into the forward line. Who's there first? It's off hands to the back of the pack, and it will trickle across the boundary line about 10 metres to the right-hand side of the Lincoln South attacking goal. Will have a throw in.
Yeah, Lincoln South looking dangerous, mate. Looking very likely for a possible goal here. Just running in numbers, mate. Marble Range a bit flat-footed at the moment.
Man thrown out of the contest. Umpire calling play on. Hand pass partially smothered from Lincoln South. Falls to the bottom of the pack. We'll have another ball up 30 metres out, almost bang in front. Can tell you that it is United Yolana 1 straight 6, leading lock 3 behinds in the Great Flinders Grand Final. Dylan Morgan wins the tap out from Marble Range. Lincoln South steaming onto it, trying to get it clear. There's an air swing there. Umpire calling play on. Hand pass away. They're going to have to get this clear quick. Marble Range, they can't quite do so. Tap to own advantage. No, they can't bring it down. Lincoln South still socket away. There's Cohen Taylor. Got poleaxed after he kicked it. Daniel Blythe with the mongrel kick in the forward. Oh, beautiful mark. Waiting at the back of the pack. Just sitting there patiently. Well, they say the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese, and that was the case there for Lincoln South, and they will have a shot at goal pretty much bang in front from 25 out, and Waylon Miller couldn't believe his luck.
Waylon Miller just read it better than everyone else, mate. Set at the back quietly, didn't he? I didn't even see him there, mate. He was sort of hiding that well, but here he goes for a shot at goal, about, 15 out and dead in front.
He's going to run it into about 20, and Waylon Miller keeps it low. Oh, he's kicked in the man on the mark. It's touched on the way through.
There you go.
Boy.
Bit of luck for Marble Range.
Yeah, it certainly is. 1 point all on the Curtis de Sales and Service scoreboard as Marble Range bring it back into their right half-back flank. Dylan Morgan went without it, but he had the arm chopped, so it's going to be a free. In fact, it's hands in the back, so it's going to come all the way back now for Marble Range on their right half-back flank. United Yolanda have kicked another into the Great Flinders Grand Final. 2 straight 12, lock 3 behinds up there at Ungower.
Luke Wilkins on the ground for a run for Lincoln South, mate.
Dylan Morgan now to take the free kick. He keeps it low. It's a wobbly one. And is that brought down for a mark? Umpire says no. Good spoil there from Cohen Taylor. Mark not taken as a result there. I think that was Minnie who went without it. So we're going to have a ball up round about 70 from home, just off to the left of the attacking end for Lincoln South. Hayden Carey won the tap down, and trying desperately to get the ball out of there is, I think that's Jack Ramsey. No, it's Dylan Montgomery, and the ball up will occur once again. Carey wins the tap down. Who's going to run onto this one? And Jarvis overran it. I thought he was taken without it. Is that high? Umpire says no, and we're going to have a ball up just adjacent to the boundary line. Wouldn't surprise me if this one ends up going over. Umpire, in fact, brings it in a few metres, so we're going to have a ball up around about 10 metres in. Carey with the tap down, air swing there from Wilkins, and now it's picked up, and a wobbly kick in the middle by Tyler White. No one can mark it. It's off hands equal. Lincoln South back with it. Wagner went without it. Marble Range trying to get the pinball down. Kick is smothered, and now a second kick out. Lockie Pake taking the mark. No, it was touched on the way through. Doesn't matter. Of course, Murray Waite with it now. Sends it long into the forward line. It's Hall and Keeley. Hall did well to get across and spoil. Montgomery there as well. Tapping to his own advantage is Zane. Kicking wider, looking for Max Williams. Doesn't get there in time, and that's a great mark under pressure from Cooper Miller. Turns and continues quickly. deciding to go short. Left out there, I think that's Max Bartlett out there at the moment on that left centre wing. He looks, in fact, it's not Bartlett because I can see him coming on now. And in fact, that might even be Kyle Castley kicking into the forward line, looking, it's off hands. Who's at the back of the pack? It's Lincoln South, and trying to get away there is Aidan Baker. Taken, he couldn't get the clean hand pass out. Now Hayden Carey's with it. Umpire says no prior opportunity. We'll have a ball up 35 metres out centre field at Marble Range, attacking end to the south.
Lincoln South did pretty well then when the ball come down in the Rangers forward line there. They double-teamed Tyne and Keeley pretty well there. But I've just kept an eye on Jackson Bennett here, mate. He got up in that last contest sort of clutching at his, or grabbing at his hamstring, and then he gave it a bit more of a rub a couple of minutes later. So I'll keep an eye on him there, mate.
Ball back with Marble Range now after they won the tap out, trying to get into the forward line, and they do. Here's Tyne and Keeley. Can't get rid of it. Is that incorrect disposal? Umpire says he was already tackled effectively. So no luck there for Guy Hutchinson. And we're going to have a ball up just to the right of centre, 25 out. Up it goes, down it comes. And that was Slade winning the tap out. And Montgomery trying to get across there. Mitchell Hall's clearing kick was partially smothered off the boot. Hall tapping to his own advantage. Did he get one in the back? Umpire says no. We'll have a ball up round about 25 metres out, just off to the left of the goal at the Marble Range attacking end, southern end of Centenary Oval. In it goes, and Hayden Carey wins the tap out. Can he find a teammate? And they do, Lincoln South, but the ball immediately taken to ground, and we'll have yet another ball up. They've moved it to about 35 out.
Guy Hutchinson, excellent football there, mate. That was him that put the smother on, then he's gone back in there and laid a tackle as well, mate. That's the 1%ers. They're going to keep him in this first half, Marble Range.
Curtis's out-of-town scoreboard, United Atlanta 3 straight 18, leading Lock 3 behinds in the Great Flinders Grand Final. Ball is punched straight across the boundary line once more, and we'll have yet another throw in. Haven't really seen any contenders for the City Motors mark of the day yet. Haven't seen any contenders at all for the EP Surf goal of the day. We don't have one yet, as now Marble Range win the tap in. Is this going to be their opportunity? Umpire calling play on. Ball shot out of the pack. Cooper Miller hand pass back in, and it's partially cleared. Was that touched off the boot? It might have been from Ben Jarvis. Ball sits in midfield. Marble Range going without it, and now Lincoln South trying to get it forward. It's a mongrel hand pass going straight to ground. Cooper Miller picks up the crumb. He kicks back inside forward 50. Mini, he goes without it, and it's down on the full right half-back flank, almost around to the right back pocket, and it's going to be a free kick going the way of Lincoln South.
They might go the switch here, Lincoln South. It could be on if they... No, they're not going to go. They're going to go down the line, play it safe.
And they kick to a big contest. It's 3-on-3. Pack flies. Everybody missed it. And now Marble Range with it. It's a bit of a wobbly up and under. Zay Montgomery getting across there and doesn't take it. He's under pressure. And now ball taken to ground, 55 metres out from the Marble Range attacking goal. Southern end of Centenary Oval will have a ball up.
Still no tension lost from last year's grand final, mate. These blokes are right at each other, aren't they?
They certainly are. Nobody giving an inch at the moment as the ball falls, as the wind caught that ball up. Lincoln South, is that a sling tackle? Umpire says no, so Tyler White gets the kick away. Jennings couldn't get there, and now I think that's Purcell going long into the forward line. Mitchell Hall looking to spoil. He does a good job. Ball stuck at the bottom of the pack. No one's letting that out. That's the sort of thing you're going to see in that rugby test later on. Nobody letting it out. We'll have a ball up, 30 out from the southern goal.
Tyne Keeley, one out in the square. I'm not sure who that is on him, but they seem to be pretty happy with that one out with Keeley back there.
And it's a good old-fashioned up and under, and sliced off the boot, I think. So Marble Range will get the free for last contact. Now, are they going to have a shot? It looks as though they're going to... No, they're going to try and swing it around into the goal square, and that's off hands from Hayden Carey, and they will just run that through Lincoln South for one behind. So Marble Range register the second point of the grand final, and it's Lincoln South trailing Marble Range 2-1 on the Curtis of Sales and Service scoreboard. They decide to move quickly there with Mitchell Hall. In fact, he ran it back in and then hand pass, and now that looks like Ben Jarvis going long down the right wing, and that's a good mark being brought down strongly there by Colby Sivertson. He's playing a little bit back of where I thought he'd start out, but then again, there's not too many players forward of the centre circle, and now Sivertson will continue down that right wing and cutting it out nicely there. That looks as though that might be... I'm not quite sure who that is over there at the moment. It might be Price Marshall. He goes across his back line though, and that looks as though it's Jackson Bennett out there. They want to continue keeping ball away, and Wade Gary with it now. Marks at full-back, although it's a long way north of where full-back normally stands. He's on his own 50-metre arc, so Gary now will continue down the middle. He tries to clear the centre square. It's not going to get there. Great grab! City Motors mark of the day contender, no question. It's Ben Jarvis with a screamer Ben Jarvis did well to sit up there. He didn't stay there too long, but he brought it down, juggling nicely and getting across now. Oh, they've given it up cheaply, unfortunately, Ben Jarvis. It's Max Black getting there first. Black now, where does he want to go? He decides to continue down this right wing. He wants Tynan Keeley. 2-on-1 tag team. It's a good effort from Lincoln South. Going to run it towards the boundary line. Billy Byers soccers into the middle, and it's going to sit up. They're going to try and run it out here, and they do. But the short kick goes nowhere, but now Lincoln South have an opportunity to clear, and clear they do. Ramsey's going to try and run this one down, and in fact it was Dylan Montgomery, but he doesn't get there. Hand pass from Bartlett back now for, that looks like Lachlan Jennings it is. Is that taken? No, the umpire says it's already crossed the boundary line, so no luck there for Kyle Castley, and the free kick will be taken by Luke Wilkins, left half-back flank.
Need to go longer then, I think, from Marble Range, and Billy Byers, get your hands on it first, mate. Don't worry about the cute little kick. Get your hands on it first, then kick it into forward line.
2-on-2 contest brought to ground by Lincoln South. That's high. Umpire calling play on now. Waylon Miller looking to tap to his own advantage, and he can't do so. And we're going to have a ball in, or a throw in. Yowie Wagner trying to call his man forward. That looks like Cohen Taylor all the way up front. That's an interesting lineup. Cohen Taylor all the way up front in full forward. Boundary umpire, once, twice, thrice is the charm. She throws in. Hayden Carey does well to get body spot. Hayden Carey's in trouble. No, he did get the hand. No, he didn't. Oh, I thought the umpire a little quick on the whistle there.
He was.
He certainly hung on to it for a while, but he was able to get rid of it. And you might just want to leave this one alone, Colby. You're not going anywhere there. And the umpire having a few choice words at the moment with Josh Slade, as Colby Sivertson walked across the mark, probably lucky not to give away 25. Lachlan Jennings kicking down this right wing. It's a 2-on-1 contest. Well done. Tap down there by Ben Jarvis. Aiden Baker with the hand pass through, and now Blewett going to ground, and he's got to be in trouble here. The umpire says no prior opportunity. We'll have a ball up just outside the centre square at the Marble Range attacking end of the field, with 15 minutes gone on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock. It's Marble Range leading, 2 behinds to 1 behind. They bring it down now. Nobody can handle it properly. Cohen Dennison across there, and now Zane Montgomery picks up the loose ball. He decides to go long. He's looking for Waylon Miller. Miller's going to find himself outgunned height-wise, but that's a good punch out for Lincoln South from Marble Range, because Blythe can get across there. No, he can't. Is that off the boot? It will be, yes, it is off Daniel Blythe's boot, so we're going to get a free kick to Marble Range.
Well, Marble Range are getting their ball, getting the ball down to their forward line, enough times where they should have scored by now. They're just getting pushed around a little bit by the Lincoln South Tools at the moment, mate, and it just seems too busy down there for Marble Range players. They're just flooding their forward line. It's too heavy. They need to keep, and they're flat-footed, mate. They need to keep moving around, I think.
Marble Range decide to go long off the free kick. Oh, Ben Jarvis flew. He didn't come down with it, though. So Marble Range can send it into their attacking zone. And Hutchinson comes up with a good spoil. Tynan Keeley put his arm out. He's got to be gone, umpire. Oh, Tynan Keeley put his arm out. Oh, that's lucky. Marble Range will take it. Lincoln South don't seem to like to call. So ball up, 48 out from the Marble Range goal centre field. And there's high contact. And free kick going the way of Todd Slade. So Slade will get to line up from about 50.
10 tackles from Marble Range to Lincoln South's 8 at the moment. So 50-50 footy on the tackles. Perceived pressure on both sides, which is good.
Curtis's sales and service around the ground scoreboard. United Atlanta 4 straight 24, lock 3 behinds in the Great Flinders Grand Final. Here is Todd Slade moving in. He lets it go from 51. I don't think he quite got all of it, and it does drift away to the right-hand side for a behind. So Marble Range 3 points, leading Lincoln South 1 point on the Curtis's sales and service scoreboard. 16 minutes gone in the opening term.
With the clearances, Keith, we've got Lincoln South on 8 clearances around the packs to Marble Range's 4 at the moment too. So clearly Lincoln South do more around the clearances.
Mitchell Hall runs it back in from his own goal square, runs to about 20 before he decides to kick long to that right wing contest. And now Yowie Wagner gets the kick over the body. If it sits here for Lincoln South, they could be away here. Hand pass forward to Blythe. He's got some room to move. Takes one bounce. He should take a second and maybe even a third. No, he decides to go long, looking into the forward line. The mark. No, put down before acceptances. Oh, taken without it. That's high. It's off the ball. Doesn't matter what you want. It's a free kick in about 5 different ways. And the opportunity now for Lincoln South to kick their opening goal. A really, really rough situation there, because you're not going to let, I think that's Sivertson it is, you're not letting Sivertson get free there. He held on to him without the ball. He took him high. He gave him a bit of a rough up. I think he probably threw the leg out to try and leg him too.
He threw it all at him, mate. A little bit unnecessary, I think. The ball did come down in the ground, so we should have just gone for the ball, but anyway. and he bangs it through.
Sivertson has the opening goal of the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final. So, on the Curtis's Sales and Service scoreboard, it's Lincoln South 1-1-7 leading Marble Range, 3 behinds, 18 minutes gone in the opening term, and we do it all this afternoon thanks to our number 1 ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy.
Well, it took its time, but Lincoln South got that for a good rebound, and their runners, mate, just running that wave as I was talking about before the game, like that rugby-style play that they have, and just ran it down the full line with a 1 out with Siverson, and it was too much for, I think it's Zach Calderwood that was on him.
Umpire ready to go back in the middle. He wants the players out of the way as Ben Jarvis and Max Black once again having a little bit of a set to. So it will be Carey up against Bartlett in ruck this time. The wind throws it off course, and I think Carey got the tap down, but now Marble Range onto it, and Castley, he's gone. He got absolutely nailed in a very, very good tackle there from Tyler White, who wants to get on with it quickly. Where does White want to go? He's going to go long down the centre, and that holds up in the breeze. It's not quite going to get there, and Cooper Miller got across to take the mark. In fact, no, he didn't, but he was taken high by Wagner anyway, so Cooper Miller will get the free, almost around to his left halfback flank, maybe a bit too far infield for it, as now Miller goes out to that right wing, and that's a great spoil coming in there from Cohen Dennison, punches that ball almost into the RSL Club Hall, and we're going to have a throw in right on that left centre wing position for Marble Range, right centre wing if you're Lincoln South, right in front of the flag flying over there at the Hall. In it goes, and Carey brought it down and punched away quickly there by Marble Range. They can get onto it here. Lachlan Jennings decided to jink before kicking long into the forward line. Keeley waiting at the back, doesn't get there. Great mark! Strong effort there at the back. Beautifully done, Zane Montgomery. He's been very impressive so far in the opportunities that he's had. Wide kick finds Blythe now, who's fallen back a long way from where he normally is upfield. So Daniel Blythe now will continue to go long down that right wing, kicking to a big contest. Big pack flies, and now Jack Ramsey bringing it down. He went without it. Taken, is that high? Umpire says, no, you had to get rid of it, and now you're gone. So Marble Range will get the free kick on their left centre wing. Looking up now, where do they want to go? They don't see an awful lot, so they decide to go short. Mark is taken there by Jackson Bennett. Bennett now has a look. Doesn't see an awful lot. He's going to go across his back line, and the mark is taken by Josh Slade. Continuing on, and the ball almost put to ground, but the mark taken, and they don't exactly have a whole lot to kick to with Price Marshall. So he decides to go into the centre. Oh, they nearly made a mess of that as they continue on now. Marble Range looking to go inside forward 50. Keeley there. Pack flew, brought down by Lincoln South, and Hall with the hand pass back to Baker, and he gets a top away, says let's get out of there, and that's beautifully done, getting the mark there. Right centre wing is Levi McDonald, and it looks as though we got 25 as well for a bit of late contact on Levi McDonald. Marble Range not impressed, but Levi McDonald very happy. He wants another 25 as now McDonald plays on, sending it into the forward line. It's not quite going to get all the way to Wagner, and the mark is taken. Wagner got there about a half second too late, and Marble Range will be able to settle down on their left half-back flank.
Benny Jarvis looking to take that mark of the day. I tell you, mate, he's got a lot of spring in his step today.
Jennings at half-back on his own 50-metre arc, runs across field. He sends it out to the right, looking for his man, put down in centre field, but Marble Range still with it. Can they get a bounce and run onto it? They can. Guy Hutchinson has a wobbly kick inside 50. Is it going to bounce through? Lincoln South should get there.
Well.
No! Guy Hutchinson with a room service bounce. Could not believe his luck.
Well, going to pencil it in now, Keith, for the EP Surf goal of the day. Make it to a goal. Look great at EP Surf. Where did he kick that from about 55 out? No direction with the kick whatsoever. It was wobbling every which way, but it happened to have the bounce on it and that leg cutter at the end, didn't it, mate?
It certainly did. It was a beautiful bounce right at the death as the quarter-time siren goes in the background as well. What timing from Guy Hutchinson. Quarter-time in the grand final and right on the siren as Marble Range kicking there first. Marble Range 139 leading Lincoln South 117. Your thoughts on the opening term?
Oh, look, it was swaying Lincoln South's way with that perceived pressure, and they're getting to the ball first again, which is not what Marble Range need, mate. But it was a bit like last year's grand final, actually, the way they've started Lincoln South. They just want it more. You can tell. Marble Range, they're getting it down their forward line. They're just it's just getting chopped off by the Talls, Lincoln South Talls defenders, and I think Tony Keeley will be saying he needs more from his forwards. They're a bit slow down there, flat-footed. Even with that last kick from Guy Hutchinson, he kicked it and there was just no one down there. It was just lucky it was a good bounce, mate. So, but anyway, they're in the game.
139 Marble Range leading Lincoln South 117. Second term coming up next on our live and exclusive coverage of the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final. Thanks to our number one ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy on 5CC.
The sideline view on 5CC.
Thanks to our number one ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, your home of local footy. What's your ingredients for a great lunch? Couple of slices of bread, some nice cheese, chicken or ham, a bit of salad. What about some midnight oil? Whitney Houston. Standout ballet. That's what we call an 80s lunch. Take a break with us. Weekdays 12 to 1 on 5CC. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Port Lincoln.
Embark on a journey toward agricultural success by dropping in to meet the dedicated team at Cleve Rural Traders. Their agronomists specialise in helping you select the right inputs to ensure your farm is primed for the upcoming year, offering expertise in spraying, soil testing and comprehensive farm planning for all broadcare and pasture crops. So come in.
Mate, with 18 tackles to 8 going Marble Range's way, so he's very happy with the pressure, perceived pressure there for the Marble Range. Keep it up, and also praises to Max Black, who does definitely have a tagging role on Jarvis, so best of luck to them.
Curtis of Sales and Service out of town scoreboard. United Yolana quarter time leading Lock 4 straight 24 to 3 behinds in the Great Flinders decider. Back here at Centenary Oval, it is 139 Marble Range leading Lincoln South 117. We're waiting for the kids to vacate the playing area, and I can see we got one still inside the fence, and you're going to have to jump the fence in that southwestern corner, as now I think that's Mum coming across to lift him over the fence. So we are just about ready to go. The umpire, in fact, we've got one more just doing handstands in the northwest corner now, and yeah, you're going to have to hop across the fence. No, don't just rest against the fence. Get over the fence.
Good commentary.
We're still waiting, and umpire says, no, that's enough of that. We're just going now. Yes, and Dylan Morgan up against Hayden Carey in ruck, and up we go. Hayden Carey won the tap down for Lincoln South. Socket off the boot there by Blythe. Gets across Lachlan Jennings. Copped a bump, but now it's Max Black sending it back into the attacking line. Shuffling across Lincoln South, but they go without it. And now Marble Range, they can get off to the races, looking for Tynan Keeley. Good spoil going in there by Aiden Baker, going across his Cohen Taylor. He's not letting that one go. No way. In his own goal square, so the umpire will call for a ball up. It's just inside the goal square at the southern end. Marble Range attacking end. Ball punched out. Lincoln South brought down with it, and they're not letting that one go either. Not in a month of Sundays. We'll have another ball up just outside the goal square, as a matter of fact, maybe 5 metres off to the left. It is the Marble Range attacking end up at that northern end of Centenary Oval. Tap down one there by Marble Range. Lincoln South once again first to the crumb, taking the ground very quickly. We'll have yet another ball up. It was Samuel Bear on it this time for Lincoln South. Umpire going to do it all again. I'm going to take a breath in a minute at some point when the umpire slows things down a bit. Ball tapped down, and now it does go through just for the 1 point. Marble Range moving along the 1-4-10, letting Lincoln South 1-1-7.
Billy Bice looking dangerous at the back then, Keith. But tackling pressure, once again, they've started straight off the bat this second quarter, Marble Range. They brought the tackling game today, that's for sure.
Mitchell Hall runs it back in, deciding to go long, kicking out towards Hayden Carey. Price Marshall went up to run a little bit of interference, so Carey not taking the mark, and now trying to get the ball out of there. Steve Paul, and not exactly impressed with something that Jackson Bennett says or does, but the umpire getting across, and we will have a ball up. Hayden Carey winning the tap down, but Marble Range there once more. Is that in the back? Well, no, umpire says taken without it.
Sorry, is that what they need to do there, Dan Minnie? Just got first to the ball, once again got that free kick.
Sending it into the forward line, Max Black with it. He decides to keep it low, he wants to go further on, and the mark, oh, yes!
I don't think
is paid!
Did he take that, or was it touched on the way down? I'm not sure, but either way, it's his, mate. I'll give it to him.
Let's just say I think it might be... shall we say, a different interpretation to what I might have ruled. I'm with you. I thought it was touched on the way down by Lincoln South. But Kyle Castley is on a 45-degree angle. He's not going to be kicking from that far out. In fact, he's only going to be kicking from about 30 as now he moves in. Lets it go off the left boot, starts at left, brings it right. Beautifully, Kyle Castley.
Good footy, Marble Range. Like I said, they got first to the footy. Dan Minnie's obviously getting a hard tag, put him on him as well, mate. He hasn't had much of the footy, but he got first to the football, got the free kick, mate, off to Max Black, who was sitting centre forward, and then Max Black just that beautiful kicking forward to Castley, mate, and Castley finished the job. That's Marble Range, mate. That's what they do best, but they've got to get in first to the footy, which they've done.
2-4-16 Marble Range leading Lincoln South 1-1-7, courtesy Sales and Service scoreboard. And it is still the quarter-time score after 4 minutes of the second term in Ungarra. United Yolanda 4 straight 24, lock 3 behind. Umpire with the ball up. Morgan and Carey go at it once more. Carey wins it for Lincoln South. Coming down, Cohen Taylor went without it, went back and collected again. Hooks the ball around the body into space, no one there. So it's going to be a foot race to see who can land it first. It's Marble Range there, juggling. Oh, Jackson Bennett almost gone there and kicking into the man on the mark. Good spoil coming across there from Tyler White. He went without it though, as now Minnie bumped strongly as Druitt sets on him, affects the tackle, and we'll have a ball up just off to the right of the centre square at the Lincoln South attacking end. It is the southern end of Centenary Oval. Morgan flew early, and that's going to be a free kick going to Hayden Carey, because Morgan put the boot right into the breadbasket of Hayden Carey, and Carey will get the free. And that mullet that Hayden Carey is sporting, it's almost as good as the Mo Adam Davies has from Boston. Hayden Carey, the mullet, kicks into the forward line. It's a 2-on-1. Wagner went looking. Ball sits up on the bounce. It's a bad bounce for Lincoln South, and the clearing kick looks for Morgan, finding Morgan on his left half-back flank. Good pressure coming across there from Samuel Bear. Umpire calls him back a couple of steps. Morgan now looking up. He wants to get on with it. Morgan now kicking down this left wing, staying right in front of us. It's a 3-on-1 contest. Pack flew. Lincoln South got in their own way. Bice getting across. No, he couldn't get there first. And the kick there from Ramsey. And now Black kicks as he's hit, and the ball falling across. Oh, Aiden Baker went without it. Now can they get the hand pass forward? They can. Tynan Keeley going for home from 50. Tynan Keeley, he puts more slice on that than a pizza shop, and that's going across the boundary line, right in line with the 5CC Ampol Hallett Place time clock. And we'll have a free kick, left back pocket for Lincoln South. Mitchell Hall keeping it low, continuing onto the left wing, and Levi McDonald going without it. Was that high? Umpire calling play on. Levi McDonald now is gone as a result. There was no free for the high, so Levi McDonald, he went without, unfortunately. So we're going to see the free kick taken by Marble Range. The kick in for Murray Waite. Was that 25 in the back? No. Waite wanted it, and the umpire says no, get on with it. So Murray Waite keeps it low, looking to pierce into the forward line. Good mark. Very good effort, and they'll line up. I think that's Todd Slade with the opportunity. He's not quite kicking from the pocket of death. He's a bit far infield, and he's going to be kicking. The mark's taken about 30 out, so I'd say he'd be kicking from about 35.
Well, he had Zane Montgomery hanging off him, mate, and he didn't. His feet didn't leave the ground, Slade, but his fingers just stuck in it, mate, and strong hands from him, mate. And fair to say the momentum swinging Marble Range's way at this point.
Certainly is. Here's Todd Slade. He gets under it a little bit. Does he have enough on the accuracy?
I think he's picked it, mate.
Yes, he does.
Something out of nothing.
Slade. He loves it. So do the Marble Range crowd. And all of a sudden, this game getting a little bit away from Lincoln South. It's Marble Range 3-4-22. Leading Lincoln South 1-1-7. 6 minutes gone, second term on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock for the best curries in town.
Definitely contender for the EP Surf goal of the day. Come on, Keith, make it your goal to look great at EP Surf. Nothing pretty about it, but very important goal for Marble Range just to give it a little bit of breathing space, mate, and one against the breeze, which is worth probably 3 at this point, Keith.
Certainly agree with that one. Curtis's out-of-town scoreboard. It's United Yolanda, 4 straight 24, leading Lock 5 behind. So the Roos not able to get any accuracy happening there. Back here at Centenary Oval, pack flies. I should say the ruck flies, and Hayden Carey got the first tap, and picking the ball up was Daniel Minnie, and Cohen Taylor was on him very, very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll do it all again. Once again, Hayden Carey and Morgan looking to tap down. Carey winning the tap, and he picks up his own crumb. Someone held without it there.
Once again, Dan Minnie first to the ball, mate. He gets that free kick in front.
And it is Dan Minnie getting the free. So Minnie will have the opportunity, decides to go short, or Yowie Wagner saw it was coming, and Wagner couldn't quite get there in time, but he certainly made sure that Marble Range didn't feel too comfortable with it. You're going to have to get a move on here. Umpire now calling play on, looking to side. Oh, that's a beautiful looking kick. Finding Black. Black just got it away in front of Sivertson's attention, and now running onto it. Hutchinson does well to trap on the half volley. Hutchinson, that's a wobbly kick into the forward line though. Baker went without it. He's gone surely. Umpire, yes he is.
Wow.
Yeah. He ran straight onto it, 3 strides, and straight knockout. I think the umpire got that 100% right. Lachlan Jennings with the free.
Well, he had option, didn't he? And he didn't take it, and Lachlan Jennings made that solid tackle, mate, and it stuck. Here he goes, king from 45 on a 45 triangle.
Jennings starts at left. It's going to swing back. It's going to swing back to Zazzle. Yes, it does! Lachlan Jennings, Marble Range are carving this up. It's 4-4-28. Lincoln South 1-1-7. Curtis's sales and service scoreboard. And Marble Range, they've kicked 19 straight to nothing in this second term into the wind.
They've just taken it to a new level, mate. I didn't think it had happened this early. I just said all they have to be there was at half time, and I tell you what, they're going to well and truly be there at this stage.
They certainly are. We do it all this afternoon thanks to our number 1 ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy. Umpire at the ready. Already had an EP Surf goal of the day contender, making your goal look great with EP Surf in this second term, maybe even 2. Umpire calling his pathway back out of the contest. Up it goes, and Morgan wins the ruck.
Well done, Morgan.
But Lincoln South win the crumb, and they get the kick wide, and that's not off hands, but it is going to be now. Oh, it's tapped across the boundary line. Couldn't control it there. Maybe deliberately on purpose there, Brodie drew it. Didn't exactly see a whole lot unfolding in the forward line. We'll get a boundary throw in, 60 metres from home at the southern end, off to the right wing for Lincoln South. And now the punch out there from Marble Range. It's going not too well for them in terms of direction, and the mark, no, it's not paid to Luke Wilkins. Hayden Carey now trying to dispose of it, can't do. Oh no, that's a rough call on Hayden Carey, that one. Umpire says he raised the elbow for a bump away, which meant he had the opportunity to dispose of it. So free kick going the way of Marble Range, and is that 15? Umpire says no, play on. So they're going to go longer down this left wing. It's a 2-on-1 contest, and just framing out of the contest. Well, that's got to be 25, surely, umpire. No. Oh, Ben Jarvis wanted it.
Jackson Bennett, 6 disposal this quarter, mate. He's definitely getting into this game as we speak.
Jarvis back down this right wing, 3-on-2 contest. Who's at the back of the pack? It's Jackson Bennett, hand pass to Castley, getting it to Bias. Bias slices the kick a little bit under pressure, and the mark not taken. And running onto that ball is, I was going to say Minnie, but I think it's actually Lockie Pake, and it is. And Pate going to ground with it. No prior opportunity. Umpire orders the ball up as we cross 10 minutes on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock in this second term. Quick out from Connor Madden, kicks into the forward line. Waylon Miller being held onto there. In fact, it was high. Waylon Miller, Miller was being held onto anyway. So Miller got the free kick. Wrong reason, but I think it was the right decision in the end.
Yeah, okay. It's a bit too much of a, didn't he, the Marble Range play there. And Miller will kick from about, 40 out. 45-degree angle, but I think it was a bit of a bad kick there from Billy Bice, mate. He went too early, too inboard, and it was just made it a good chance for Lincoln South just to get that rebound straight into their forward line, which they have right now.
And Lincoln South, they desperately need this goal. Waylon Miller now moving in as he hits the arc. As Dave said, he's going to be letting this one go from about 40 metres and lets it go right on. And Miller in towards goal. Yowie Wagner likes that.
Yep.
And Lincoln South, they are finally on the board in the second term. Waylon Miller has his first, Lincoln South second of the afternoon, and Lincoln South 2-1-13. Now trail Marble Range 4-4-28 on the Curtis of Sales and Service, Tumby Bay, Cummins and Woodner scoreboard.
Max Black's just come off the ground then for a bit of a breather with Lachlan Jennings coming on, I dare say, to probably take on Jarvis. No, he's heading to a wing. So who's going to be on Jarvis here, mate? We'll keep an eye out for that. But I'm not sure. But good work by Lincoln South, mate. They needed that. It was a good kick. He got underneath the ball and just controlled it all the way through the post.
Bartlett back in ruck from Marble Range. Up they go. Carey brings it down. Got his own rebound. Kicks long into the forward line. Waylon Miller went without it, but it's going to sit. No, it's not. Then Steve Paul went over the top of it. Steve Paul playing up forward is interesting. Waylon Miller wants the free for high contact. They're not getting it as Waylon Miller gets in there, dragging Josh Slade off the tackle. He thought it was high, and the umpire says no, so we'll have a ball up. 45 from home, just off to the right of goal. Sivertson won the tap down. Cooper Miller with the hand pass out, finding Bennett, and now Pake kicking into the midfield. Who's going to get there first? Is Murray Waite running for it with Max Williams. Waite and Williams. Waite got there first. Can he get around Williams? Oh, he does beautifully. Murray Waite takes one bounce. He gets the kick into the forward line. Hutchinson's going to be there to take the mark. Now who's free? Keeley's free. Hall doesn't have him. Hutchinson kicking into the forward line. Hall picks up Keeley. Oh, great grab. Beautifully done at the back.
It looks like Jarvis here, mate.
Yeah, Jarvis did beautifully. That's a City Motors mark of the day contender. Don't worry about that. He kicks long, looking for Wagner. Couldn't control it, but they get the rebound nonetheless. Good turn there from Connor Madden. Going to send Yowie on the chase. He's got all the time in the world. Does he? No. It's going across the boundary line first. Yowie not happy with it. He wanted the hand pass.
Well,
and he's letting Connor Madden know all about it too. He's Yowie. As Marble Range, they're going to take the free just shy of right centre wing. They're going to kick across the back line, are they? Or no, they're going to go shorter, but the kick doesn't find the mark. And now they're going to go down that right wing, and it's a terrible... Oh, Hutchinson does beautifully to make up for it. City Motors mark of the day. That was falling so far short, but he flew. And now he finds Jennings, right centre wing. Very, very far side of Centenary Oval.
Archie Purcell picking up Jarvis now, mate.
And now Jennings, where does he want to send this one? He decides to wobble into the centre. Doesn't quite get there. Oh, had a swing at that. Wanted to punch it. And if he did, he would have. And if he connected with the Marble Range player, would have taken his head right off. As it is, ball falls to the bottom of the pack, and we're going to have a ball up.
And Jarvis has gone back to backing deep to the Marble Range forward line. So a man back for Lincoln South there.
Carey won the tap out. Pate gets across there first. He looks up and finds Bennett with the hand pass. Jackson Bennett jinks around and sends it long to a big contest in the pack. Flying there, I think, was Jarvis. Didn't get all of it. And now wobbly kick into the pocket of death, and that will bounce right across the boundary line opposite the Port Lincoln better sign, and we will have a ball.
No, it's going to be a Lincoln South kick, mate. It must have been
last
contact.
touch.
Yep. Last
touch free, so kick into a big pack waiting, and the ball will cross the boundary line ahead of Tom Charlton trying to shuffle across. I've got to say, Marble Range, they've come out firing, breathing heavy in this second term.
Definitely the momentum is with Marble Range at this stage, but Lincoln South just breathing down their neck quite heavily, mate, nipping at their heels.
Bartlett won the tap down and a quick hand pass away from, I think that was Minnie, but now Lincoln South pick it up. Where can they send it? They can't send it anywhere because it ends up, that's a big tap. Oh, is that a sling? Umpire says no, and we'll have a ball up. Certainly a few of the Lincoln South players looking at the umpire wanting the free. Umpire taking no time to get on with it here. Hayden Carey won the tap out. Who's going to get there first? Is it going to be Pake? Yes, no. Pake decided to leave it there for Jackson Bennett. Bennett now has to get rid of it, and he does wobble a kick into the forward line. That's a good mark taken there. I think that might be Aiden Baker at the back as he looks up. Where does Baker want to go? He decides to go back out to that left wing position. A 2-on-1 contest. Pack flew, missed everybody, so Castley with it now. He'll chip into the middle and finding Cooper Miller. Miller wants to settle it down. He decides to come across the centre and looking for for Slade. Slade, he takes it, Todd Slade. He wants to go on with it, and he had to stop and prop. Sivertson almost with the tackle. That's not 15, surely. Well, the umpire said yes, but it doesn't matter because they play on quickly. Bias, the bounce eluded him. Getting across it now is Mitchell Hall. Hall wobbles a kick back to midfield. Yowie Wagner wants it to sit for him, and I'm not going to tell you what Yowie Wagner said, but it rhymes with duck. And now the free kick taken by Wade Gary. He decides to go back and find Marshall. Marshall works across his back line for Charlton, sending it longer, looking, and is the mark paid? No, it's not. Bartlett says Bartlett went without it apparently, and now long hand pass sitting for Connor Madden. He's got all the time in the world. Where does he want to go? He takes a bounce, wants to send it into the forward line. Cohen Taylor trying to travel across, and he can't get there, and another last contact free going the way of Marble Range.
Mate, I can tell you, Daniel Blythe on the ground for Yowie Wagner, having a rest on the pine, and Jackson Bennett, 8 disposals this quarter, mate. Certainly nothing wrong with his hamstring, as I said in the first quarter.
Marble Range going long, kicking to the pack. Ball tapped down there for Lincoln South, but the hand pass out is a good one, finding Purcell, trying to keep it low, and well done there. Bit of a rebound as Murray Waite took the mark. Continues on. Is that 15? Umpire says yes, it was. So now Slade. Where can Slade go? He wants to send Hutchinson on the chase.
Excellent kick. Excellent.
Very
kick.
well done, Marble Range, and Hutchinson's going to be lining up about 40 degrees. He's going to be kicking. No, he's not. He's going to centre it, and that's a beautiful kick, finding Murray Waite, who is in a beautiful position to kick for goal from about 35 out, just to the right of centre.
Well, I can tell you Marble Range forward line is looking a lot better than what it was in the first quarter. They're just protecting that space better. They did it then for Guy Hutchinson, and now he's unselfishly given it to Waite. And he just waited for Waite to get in a better position then, mate, and it worked perfectly. And here he goes for a shot at goal from 40 metres out, pretty much directly in front.
Murray Waite lets it go, and it starts. It's drifting left, and it stays left, and that cheer you can hear is from the Lincoln South fans as the ball drifts across the face. Through for 1 point. 4-5-29, Marble Range leading Lincoln South 2-1-13. Ampol Hallett Place time clock says we played 16 minutes of the second term for the best curries in town. Hayden Carey did well to get in front of the contest there to take the mark. Carey wants to continue down the left wing. Kicks to a one-on-one contest. Dennison shoved out of it. Umpire said all's fair because it wasn't square in the back. So they're going to... it's a wobbly kick. Jennings is going to get there first. He's set up on by Cohen Taylor and not going anywhere. So we're going to have a ball up. Great defensive effort there from Cohen Taylor to shut down Marble Range. Umpire very quick on the ball, and Cohen Taylor has to get into the ruck contest. Lachlan Jennings affecting the tackle on the ball falling to the bottom of the pack, and we'll go once again. It was Steve Paul getting taken to ground there by Jennings. As the ball goes up, Hayden Carey waited for it to come down, picked up his own crumb, and yet again we're going to have another ball up. And it's going to be Bartlett up against Carey once more. Carey went early and got front spot, so Steve Paul with it now, off the left boot, drifting it in towards the forward line, and Marble Range, yet again, they're going to let that one just bounce across the boundary line, last contact free.
14 tackles to Marble Range to Lincoln South, 7 for this quarter, Keith.
And that last touch free count is really starting to climb in Marble Range's favour. They need something here, Lincoln South, just to be able to kick to a contest near that boundary line. That is a great mark. Very strong effort from Ben Jarvis. He's pushed forward a bit, and well, he might still be playing half back, although he's just forward of the centre square, kicking into the forward line, and that time was there high contact. No, umpire calls play on. It's a right foot snap and away to the left hand side from Levi McDonald. So just the 1 point, 2-2-14. Lincoln South trailing Marble Range 4-5-29, courtesy Sales and Service scoreboard.
Well, about 20 minutes gone on that time clock, Keith, and they need to sort of stem the flow here, Lincoln South, because Marble Range still have that flow going their way, and that you see pressure is working beautiful for them, mate. But Jarvis, how good of a quarter is he playing, mate? Along with Jackson Bennett, mate, from Marble Range.
Courtesy Sales and Service out of town scoreboard. 19 minutes gone, second term. United Yolanda 7-2-44, lock 1-6-12 as Marble Range bring it in. They kick out to that right hand side once more. It's offhand, sitting at the bottom of the pack. They're going to pick it up there quick with Charlton, and now Bias clearing down that right wing. It's going to be Blewett. No, he went without it, and Max Williams picks it up, and he is taken to ground. Umpire says we'll have a ball up. Well, Max Williams not quick to get to his feet. He looks a little bit ginger.
He's holding that shoulder.
Yeah, I think he might have a burner there.
Bit of a stinger. Yep.
Yeah, and Hayden Carey went without it and tried to drag the ball away from the Marble Range player on the ground, who was Max Bartlett, got down there. Both talls getting down on the ground, and we'll have yet another ball up. Hayden Carey taken without it, and it's going to be a free kick, surely, to Lincoln South. Bartlett wanted to run the Shepherd. I understand what you're trying to do, Max, but that one was a bit too blatant. as now Hayden Carey with the free kick. He wants to go long and he goes down centre. He kicks to a 3-on-2 contest. Jarvis flew early. Umpire says it's all okay. And, was there high contact? No, umpire calls play on. And the ball stuck to the bottom of the ruck. And we're going to have a ball up around about 65, maybe even 70 from home at the Lincoln South attacking end, off to the left.
22 minutes gone on the clock, mate. 9 scoring shots to 4 for Marble Range.
Now ball up and tap down to Daniel Blythe. He got the crumb and now immediately set upon is, I don't think that's Cohen Taylor. He might be in the forward line. No, it probably is Cohen Taylor there. And man set upon. And there's a Marble Range player not getting up in a hurry here. I just wonder what's happened there. Has there been a little bit of a collision? In fact, it was Levi McDonald for Lincoln South not getting up in a hurry.
Yowie Wagner's still on the pine, mate. I don't know what's happening there.
And now the ball shoots out the back, and Connor Madden had an air swing, and it goes to ground. What does the umpire say? He's going to throw in. I can just see Yowie Wagner's up front.
Just about to say he's up forward.
Yeah. He just hasn't been able to get into the game at the moment Yowie.
No.
As the ball thrown in, and Carey almost let it go, trying to get it out there. And Cohen Taylor desperately trying to get that ball free so he can soccer it out. And umpire will call for a ball up after it gets locked in there by Samuel Bear.
Yeah, they're definitely tightening things up here in Marble Range. Lincoln South just can't get that wave of run going. Their true wave of run. They're struggling to even break away at the moment.
Jackson Bennett on the crumb, and I think that's almost in the back. Umpire says no, and we'll have a ball up centre field, around about 40 metres out from that southern Lincoln South attacking end here at Centenary Oval.
Definitely the sting's been taken out of the game a little bit, mate, with not long till half time, I wouldn't have thought.
Hand pass away there from Bartlett, goes to ground, and it's picked up. No, it's not. Yes, it is now. Blythe runs it out of there. He tries to get the wobbly one around the corner. Does well. Steve Paul copped a nasty one from Jackson Bennett. Yeah, that's 25. No question in the world. And what was a reasonably simple set shot for Steve Paul is about to become a dead set gimme, and the players just starting to mill around here. Yowie Wagner doesn't like it. We know Yowie's got a temper, but I think he's got every right to be absolutely filthy with that.
Yep. And
there's nobody even waiting in the goal square. So Steve Paul runs in, kicks the goal. 3-2-20 now, Lincoln South. Curtis of Sales and Service scoreboard, trailing Marble Range 4-5-29. And I don't know what Jackson Bennett was thinking there. That might just provide a little bit of a nudge. A little bit of a fire under Lincoln South.
I think so. Tiny Killer will be absolutely bleeding on that. I mean, they've done all the hard work till now, and they've given away a little cheap one from that. I don't know if Jackson Bennett was a little bit frustrated with himself or frustrated with his teammates that Lincoln South man was just sitting there with no opponent.
Yeah,
I don't know what was going on there.
Jackson Bennett, he wasn't even baited. He just decided to go in. They didn't even hang the little bell out, dingling the bell.
No.
And Jackson Bennett bit. So now Hayden Carey and Bartlett up against it. Carey won the tap down, and onto it is Blythe, trying to get it away, and tackled and shoved to ground there by a rather nonplussed Josh Slade, it has to be said. And I want to be careful here, Marble Range. You don't want to start the niggle because Lincoln South are past masters at it. Cohen Taylor got the hand pass out. Levi McDonald smacked across the jaw, and he will get the free kick, sending his teammates long. He wants to go long. Bias almost got the touch, but instead it keeps going, and that is half-time.
Just as well, I think, for Marble Range, because the movement was definitely going Lincoln South's way, but what a quarter from Marble Range. I definitely think they had majority of that the possession going their way, and Jackson Bennett, I think he ended up with 9 disposals that quarter, mate. But Lincoln South was definitely creeping, nipping at the heels pretty quick, weren't they, mate?
Yeah, they certainly turned the momentum late in that second quarter, but the clock, unfortunately, for Lincoln South beating them to the break, so it is a 9-point advantage in favour of Marble Range. 4-5-29, leading Lincoln South 3-2-20 on the Curtis of Sales and Service scoreboard. What do you make of the term, Dave, and what have you made of the first half?
Well, the first half is... I think Marble Range are exactly where they want to be, mate. I think they can sort of go back to playing their better, well, their natural game. I think this second half, I think they can reward themselves. Now, Lincoln South, they won't be happy with that, mate. They just can't seem to break free. I think they can't get any space and get that running game going and give Yowie that opportunity down there. They really can't. Marble Range are cramping their style, pretty much.
It's not a bad way for Marble Range to be playing at the moment, particularly given they were running into that breeze in that second term.
Absolutely.
So Yowie, I don't know how impressed he's going to be with the fact that they couldn't take advantage of the breeze in that second term. Marble Range, they put on 3-goal 2 to 2-goal 1 in that term, a 7-point break for them. based on the second term alone. And when you've got a breeze like that, you've got to take advantage of it.
You do, mate. You do. I mean, Marble Range now will come out with it with their tails up, and Lincoln South would be sort of scratching to sort of stem the bleeding pretty hard in this third quarter. I would have thought. Billy Bice hasn't really had much of the football. Imagine he starts getting 20 of it. Starts kicking a few. They're looking pretty dangerous, Marble Range, at this stage, mate.
I have no doubt that based on our record so far in the final series, this will probably be an act of futility. But we're going to send you over to the sheds, see if you can find out what the message from the respective coaches is at the halftime break. Curtis of Sales and Service out-of-town scoreboard coming up next on our live and exclusive coverage of the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final, thanks to our number one ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy on 5CC.
It's where legends are made.
The sideline view on
Elliston Districts 28-27 over Ramblers in the E grade grand final. D grade, congratulations Ramblers, 50-37 winners over Tumby Bay. In the B reserves, congratulations Elliston Districts, 31-28 over Cougars. A reserves went to Elliston Districts, 37-19 over Tumby Bay reserves. So Elliston Districts, 3 grand finals in the juniors, or I should say in the minors if you like, and 3 premierships. In the B grade, that grand final is currently underway, and don't have a progress score unfortunately in that grand final between Ayr United and Elliston Districts. And the A grade grand final, Elliston Districts and Tumby Bay getting underway. In fact, that is underway at the moment, so hopefully bring you some scores there before the end of the day. But big congratulations to Elliston Districts in the netball, the Great Flinders netball. The only grade they didn't make the grand final was the D grade, so a big day for Elliston Districts up there at Ungara. Great Flinders Football League, the Senior Colts, Tumby Bay Premiers 12-14, 86 over United Yolana, 6-8-44. Congratulations to Ramblers winning the Mini Colts 7-3-45 to Tumby Bay 2-2-14. And the B grade was, it was a no contest in the end really. It was Tumby Bay 20-11-131 defeating United Yolana 7-5-47. Half-time in the Great Flinders Football League Grand Final, United Yolana 8-2-50 are leading Lock 1-6-12. So a big lead there for United Yolana, and the Lock Roos with it all to do in the second half. In the Port Lincoln Football League, the under-12s grand final earlier on today, Lincoln South Premiers over Marble Range 7-5-47 to 1-2-8. In the under-14s, the only grand final Marble Range not contesting today went to Waybacks 8-8-56 over Boston 2 behinds. Under-17s saw Marble Range 7-8-50 over Waybacks 7-3-45, and the reserves saw Marble Range emerge as premiers over Mallee Park 11-4-70 to 7-2-44. And once again, the halftime score here in the league grand final, the A-grade grand final, Marble Range 4-5-29 leading Lincoln South 3-2-20. Further afield in the AFLW, full-time at Carrara, Geelong 15-6-96 over the Suns 4-3-27. Full-time NRLW at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville, the Brisbane Broncos defeating the St George Illawarra Dragons 44 points to 14. At Fremantle Oval, full-time in the AFLW, and the Dockers have defeated the Demons 7-5-47 to 6-5-41. Full-time in the AFLW at Moorabbin, and Hawthorn 11-8-74 have defeated St Kilda 2-5-17. Half-time NRLW in Townsville, and it is the Newcastle Knights leading the North Queensland Cowboys by 18 points to 0 in the Bledisloe Cup. Yeah, that'd be right. 11 minutes gone, and the New Zealand All Blacks have already scored 2 converted tries. It's the All Blacks 14 leading the Wallabies 0. Jordan and Ioane tries in the 2nd and 9th minutes. Mackenzie converting both of them. 11 minutes gone in Sydney, and the All Blacks lead the Wallabies 14 points to 0. We're about an hour away from the prelim final, Geelong versus Brisbane at the G, the winner to take on the Sydney Swans next week. And later on tonight in the NBL, it will be the New Zealand Breakers and the Brisbane Bullets in Perth, followed by the Cairns Taipans and the Illawarra Hawks. Meanwhile, in the NRL, qualifying final later tonight, the Sydney Roosters will face the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles at Allianz Stadium for the right to go through to play against the Melbourne Storm in a prelim final next week at Amy Park. And after last night, it will be the Cronulla Sharks facing off against the Penrith Panthers next week, most likely at either CommBank or Accor Stadium in Sydney's West. Dave Turner has returned from the rooms at the halftime break. Dave, what did you find out, if anything?
I don't have anything for you, mate. It was definitely a lockout. I did expect that, mate. I couldn't even get a few of my mates to sneak in the rooms and find out for me. They all pretty tight-lipped, but
on that basis, if you're Yowie Wagner, what's your message to the Lincoln South side at halftime? Down by 9 points, didn't make the most of that breeze in the second term. You got a bit of work to do, but what would you be saying to the Lincoln South side?
I'd be saying at this stage, boys, you're going to hand the grand final to Marble Range. It's you blokes that aren't going to find the football. You're not making any space for yourself because it's because of you guys aren't going. You're not going in there and And it's the grabbing the football yourself. You just rely on one or two people, probably Benny Jarvis. Montgomery's playing all right, but he's down in the back line, and they've got to nominate one or two players to actually get in there and grab the footy. Then you can start hanging out a little bit, but at this stage they're just handing it to Marble Range. Marble Range are doing all the proactive work.
If you're Tyne and Keeley, what do you say to your team, given that you're 9 points up? You probably didn't expect that after the first term, considering you're only 2 points up with the Breeze. You've actually extended the lead running into the Breeze in the second term. What would you say to Tyne, if you were Tyne and Keeley, to this Marble Range side at the break?
I'd be giving the boys a bit of a pat on the back. I'd be saying, look, no one would have thought we'd be in this position because of the last couple of weeks and obviously the losses to our team this going into this game. Your tackling's fantastic, keep it there. Perceived pressure's fantastic, but it's not enough. I think certain individuals probably need to step up. I think Billy Bice needs to get into the game a little bit more. Dan Minnie's doing his job. He's not having a lot of possessions, but he's getting first to the footy, which is great. Jackson Bennett's doing enough. Jackson, just keep running the game out. It'll come. But I think certain individuals have to just do a little bit more, mate. And that means sort of getting in there and getting your hands on the footy first as well. Don't worry about hanging out. I think Billy's the key, I think, mate, to be honest.
Getting into those dirty areas, maybe an expression that is common in the rugby codes, being prepared to put your head where others wouldn't put their feet in order to win the ball back.
Fair call, mate. But yeah, we can use that one. But I think Marble Range will be pretty happy where they're at. That's only 9 points, mate, but we might have a bit of rain on the way too, which might slow things up for Lincoln South as well.
That's very true. The clouds, looking at the north and west, there's a reasonably light cloud off to the east and south, but it is the darker stuff, a little bit of the lower stuff, looking like it might bring a little bit of moisture with it later on this afternoon. And I can't say that cloud is too far away either. It is starting to look a little bit hazy off to the left, which means that there might be a little bit of moisture in the air. So it could start playing havoc, and that means that we're getting to a real ground game, real grind, trying to get through rather than playing with speed, playing in the air.
Well, that's not what Lincoln South want. Their game is the running game. If we get a bit of rain later on, that might be that fourth quarter when Lincoln South do have that breeze. Obviously, third quarter now, Marble Range will have the breeze. They'll might have a bit of dry football ahead of them. So everything's there for Marble Range to keep going and keep in front at this stage. And Lincoln South have got a bit of hard work ahead of them. But let's be honest, they haven't even really got out of second year yet. I think Lincoln South, that running game just hasn't started yet. Once it does, and hopefully it does, it could be a different ball.
Which is probably a little bit encouraging for Lincoln South. As you say, they're not out of second year. Yowie Wagner's barely been sighted. Zay Montgomery been very quiet. Colby Sivertson has only kicked the one. If those guys start to fire, then Marble Range could be finding themselves in a bit of trouble.
Well, Marble Range could put them away this quarter if they have some dry football here, Marble Range. They've got the breeze. It is a 3-goal breeze. It's probably picked up a little bit. Marble Range are they're looking okay. They're looking exciting. Lincoln South have to do something here in this third quarter. It could be too late for them, mate, to come that fourth quarter.
Oh, big statement, but it's very possible as umpires are now back out on the field. Lincoln South warming up away to the northern end or to the left of your radio dial. Marble Range away to the right. We're not far away from the opening rounds of the third term. That's coming up next on our live coverage of the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League decider, thanks to our number one ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy here on 5CC. join us. A little bit of the mist just starting to move in here at the northern end, and that will be covering the rest of the field in very short time. The rain literally moving across the ground as we speak. Umpires are at the ready. The teams are back in their huddle. And Dave, that rain could be playing absolute havoc. If it hits now during this third term and goes away for the final quarter, Lincoln South would be loving it.
Yes.
But for the moment, they're probably going to try and just grind this one out, maybe get a goal and try and get through to the final break within the one kick, and then try and grind it out again. Yeah,
I think that's what Lincoln South will do, mate. I think they'll sort of block up Marble Range's forward line. They'll probably drop a couple of blokes back. Wouldn't surprise me if even Jarvis goes back, and sits in the hole for a partial amount of this quarter here for this third quarter, mate, where Marble Range will be kicking with the breeze. They need to stem that bleeding pretty quickly. But Jarvis looks like he'll start in the centre here, mate, as expected. I like Max Black's game on him for the first quarter, mate. So hopefully they put Black back on Jarvis, mate, because he was doing a good job there.
Certainly keep an eye on exactly where Jarvis does go throughout this third term.
Yep.
It's going to be Dylan Morgan and Hayden Carey once more in ruck. And I've got to say, Dylan Morgan's done a pretty good job keeping Hayden Carey reasonably quiet in the ruck so far.
He's just making it competitive. He's bringing the ball down to the ground. He's not making it so Carey can get that big hit over the top there. He's just doing a pretty good job, the young fella, mate. And as we say, that Max Black will go to Jarvis. And I'll be keeping a count on these tackles too, mate. I think it is important for both these sides to the outcome of this game, mate. Who's going to tackle better? And
we are underway in the third term. Carey won the tap down, and Cohen Taylor trying to storm onto it. Black got rid of it just in time on the tackle. Castley with it, went without it. Cohen Taylor now with it. Man being held without the football, says the umpire. I think that's a little bit harsh on Cohen Taylor, because the free kick going the way of Cole Castley for Marble Range as the sun comes out now and the rain goes away. It was very, very brief mist. Into the forward line, and going back is Zane Montgomery. Does well, but there's a free kick. No, the free kick going the way of Marble Range. They're going to play on quickly, chipping into the middle where Guy Hutchinson is all on his own. I don't know where they got that decision from, the umpires, but Guy Hutchinson will line up from bang in front.
He's causing all sorts of trouble, Guy Hutchinson for Lincoln South side. I'll tell you, he's popping up everywhere in the forward line, the first half. Now there's a shot from about 25 out directly in front with that howling breeze right behind him, mate. He'll bang this one through, you would have thought.
Yeah, I don't think there's any problems there with commentator's curse. Yeah, and Marble Range love it, being first on the board in this third quarter. It is now Marble Range 5-5-35, leading Lincoln South 3-2-20. And that's where it gets a little bit harsh on either team in that sort of a contest where it was 6 to 1, half dozen the other, both holding each other. Where are you going to dig the free kick from, really? Yeah, we'd like to see a game where you just see the two teams play, mate. The umpires don't get involved, to be honest, mate, don't you? But is it too early to put Jarvis back for Lincoln South in the Marble Range forward line, do you think? No, I don't. A bit too negative if you start doing that a bit early? No, I wouldn't go this early. It would depend on what happens. Probably give it 5 minutes and then we'll see exactly where we're at, because they got a little bit of an entry and then they got a fortuitous free kick. Yep. So on the back of that, they managed to get the goal, but I wouldn't be too concerned at this point. As now Carey and Morgan getting in ruck once more, and once again Morgan putting the boot out. And the handball. But he got onto it, and now Slade tried to put the bump on Carey, and Carey went in hard at the ball, hip first. Beautifully done there, as now Marble Range trying to bring it away. Cohen Taylor now has it for Lincoln South. He's set upon by Max Black, and the ball up will occur 52 metres out from the Marble Range goal at the southern end. Tap out there by Carey, who's there first. It's Lockie Pake getting the kick forward to Billy Bias. Bias could have got the free for being tackled without it. Umpire says no, and I think we're going to have a free kick going the way of Billy Bias here for a last touch. It is unfortunate, but it was definitely off the boot of Lincoln South. Okay. That's the unfortunate free kick, as opposed to the ones where you shouldn't really be giving them. And now Billy Bias, he likes his chances here. So he's going to line up on about a 55-degree angle, and he lets it go from 45, I should say. Kicks right across the face of goal, and the ball comes down, and it's crossed the boundary line, as Marble Range had a shot for goal, which I think went off to the right-hand side anyway. But be that as it may, the ball will now be thrown in by the boundary umpire, round about 10 metres, I think, to the left of the goal at the southern end. as the umpire wanting to chat to the boundary umpire now. Is it going to be a throw-in or is it going to be a last touch free? What do we have here?
It's going to be no, it's going to be a free kick to to Lincoln South. So.
Yeah, no, out on the full. Okay, so Mitchell Hall with the free. And Hall now will take the free, and it holds up in the breeze badly and falling to the bottom. Someone's got a free for in the back, yes. Yeah. So in the back, the free kick will go the way of Lincoln South. And I think that's Sivertson playing back at the moment. Zane Montgomery's gone up front, so that's an interesting move, as now they go down that right wing. Zane Montgomery flew for the mark, couldn't take it. Ball into the centre now and trying to run onto it near Marble Range. Cohen Taylor right in at it hard. He's not letting that one go without a real fight on his hands, and the ball goes to ground and we'll have a ball up. Cohen Taylor right in there at the moment.
Yeah, it was good hard footy, mate. Very hard footy there, but...
Third term underway in Ungarra. It's 38 points in favour of United Ulana in the Great Flinders Grand Final, as now Marble Range try and clear from the crumb. They can't do it. They had an air swing and trying to dig the ball out. Umpire's found a free kick in there going the way of Aiden Baker. Could have been 25 because Josh Slade decided to reach in there as Aiden Baker was going back. Sivertson's on his own, couldn't take the mark, and it falls now for Lincoln South. Kick forward, and I think that's off the umpire there, as now the ball dragged to ground and we'll have a ball up. Yoey's blowing up about something. I think he's blowing up about the fact the umpire got in the way, and you can't really blow up about that, but the umpire probably should have been a little bit more switched on where the ball was coming in to the forward 50. Is now Morgan again flying an awkward action, but it's allowed to go by the umpire. That's high, and no, the umpire says taking the ground, maybe barely a glancing blow.
Probably close to a sling tackle, maybe, if anything, but good tackling Marble Range.
Up it goes, down it comes, and Morgan won the punch out there, and Marble Range back with it, and Cooper Miller gone without it. He's gone, so the free kick will go the way of Lincoln South. It was a great tackle on Cooper Miller, and the man who effected it is just a little bit slow in getting to his feet, and I think that's Steve Paul, who's been in the wars a bit, it has to be said, this afternoon, and I don't think he's going to take the free.
I don't think he will either. He might have got a bit of a corky on the top thigh there, mate. Whoever he tackled has come down with an elbow straight into the top of the thigh.
Yeah.
Which is pretty common in football. He did all the hard work. It was a great tackle.
So Lincoln South will have the opportunity to get back within single digits here. And the shot at goal from Levi McDonald is going to hold up in the breeze. Falls to the bottom of the pack. Tyler White grabbing the ball and bringing it down, but not taking the mark. And the umpire says we will have a ball up just outside the goal square, and the umpire sends it skyward now and punched away there by Marble Range. They're trying to rush this one through from behind, and they do eventually. So discretion being the better part of valour as far as Marble Range are concerned. 3-3-21, Lincoln South trailing Marble Range 5-5-35, courtesy of Sales and Service scoreboard.
They need to move this one quick, and they do, Keith. But great mark taken there by Cohen Dennison on the 50-metre line, mate, and he'll go short, I reckon, into Lincoln South's forward line.
They go longer, and the ball is put down. Yoey comes up with it, hand pass away, and Blewett gets the wobbly kick in, and Cohen Taylor's there, and good spoil on him, and now ball falls, and it's a shot on goal, and it's away to the left, and that would have been...
the umpire's called something here, mate, a shove. He's called a shove to Lincoln South player, I think, mate.
No, I think it's a sling tackle.
Is it really?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a sling free.
Okay.
He certainly went down very, very quickly.
Yeah, right.
And that's going to come back, and now Sivertson, I think it is going to take the shot.
Well, he gets another opportunity here for Lincoln South, and they desperately need this one, I think, mate, just to get some sort of a flow on again, and then they can reset it, the centre bounce. But they definitely need this one, mate.
He's about maybe 10 metres left of centre at the northern end. He's kicking into the teeth of the breeze, but the distance should not be a problem because he's going to let it go from about 40. Colby Sivertson.
He likes it.
Drives it and drills it. So Sivertson has his second of the afternoon. 4 goals on the board now for Lincoln South. They move to 4-3-27, trailing Marble Range 5-5-35 on the courtesy of Sales and Service scoreboard. We played 8 minutes on the Ampol Howell Place time clock for the best curries in town in this third term.
No, very important goal there for Lincoln South as that sun comes out, mate. But Yoey Wagner just turned around to the crowd and just got them all fired up then with a big fist pump and said, come on, get behind us. We're about to make a roll here.
Yeah, and the momentum didn't continue on directly on the back of the second quarter with Lincoln South, but now they're getting the momentum again.
Yeah.
And I think it might be that running in the legs that they've got after the week off.
Well, they should have no problem with the run in their legs, that's for sure, mate. They just haven't got started yet.
Bartlett and Carey in ruck. Carey won it. I thought taken before acceptances was Ben Jarvis in there, trying to handball it out, and Tyler White now with it. Someone's taken without it. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Lincoln South. And Tyler White, in fact, yeah, you're quite right. It's Ben Jarvis will get the free. And Jarvis now looks up. Where does he want to go? He's going to go out to the left. It's a wobbly kick, but that's a good lead provided there from Colby Sivertson, who wants to turn quickly and send it into the forward line. He's looking for Waylon Miller. And flying! Straight grab at the back. Zach Calderwood, City Motors Mark of the Day contender.
Make it your mark to see Mark at City Motors. That's definitely a contender, that one, mate.
And it was a wobbly kick, didn't go 15, but now Marble Range clear to a 2-on-1 contest. Connor Madden trying to bring it down, doesn't do so. And now Charlton is going to pick it up, tap to his own advantage, and he's got a problem here. Umpire says play on. Hayden Carey with it now, and that was high, and he's going to go back, and he's going to take the free kick, Hayden Carey. Now he's midfield. Where does he want to go, Carey? He looks up. He decides to send it out left and getting into the forward line. And that's a good grab. Held his line beautifully. Colby Sivertson called to play on. He drives low and away to the left. He needed to settle that down, Sivertson. I thought if he took another moment just to set himself up, he might have been able to drive it all the way home. Lincoln South 4-4-28, trailing Marble Range 5-5-35. We play 10 minutes in this third term.
Jack Ramsey on the ground for a run, mate.
Pack flew, went without it, and that's a good spoil coming in there from Daniel Blythe, getting the ball across the boundary line because Lincoln South were nowhere to be sighted on that far side. We're going to have a boundary throw in right in front of the Southern Launch sign here at Centenary Oval.
What a massive 5 minutes as Siverson have, mate. He's had everything. He's had it all.
Carey goes across to take the tap down. He can't get there. There's high contact, and I think it's going Lincoln South. It is. And that looks like Jack Ramsey, is it? Going to take the free? I think it is. And now Ramsey looks up. Where does he want to send this one? There's no real options unless he decides to go sideways looking for Druitt, and he doesn't. He decides to send it in.
Bad decision.
50, and Lachlan Jennings was there to take the grab, and Lachlan Jennings will go long looking for Daniel Minnie up against Max Williams. Minnie did beautifully to take the grab, and now Minnie turns and pivots. He sends Guy Hutchinson on the run, and Hutchinson can run in. He's going to go short for Tony Keeley and got in.
Wow, beautiful football from Marble Range, and I mean, that's what they do best, mate, from goal to goal. They read it beautifully in the back line there, and that's when they do their best work, mate, as we see Max Black coming off for a rest, mate, with... who's that there, mate? Coming on to...
looks like Purcell.
Archie Purcell will come on there to onto Jarvis. But goal to goal, mate. It started from the half-back line. Here they go with Keeley from a 60... That's a long one. Bad angle.
60 degrees, 40 out.
He puts it through.
Oh, yes. Never looked like missing Tynan Keeley. So they get that goal back. Marble Range puts them out to 6-5-41, leading Lincoln South 4-4-28. Curtis of Sales and Service scoreboard. I thought he might just hang it out and maybe try and drive it back, or maybe he looks for somebody else. He just drilled it straight as a die.
Oh, it was like a bullet. Absolute bullet, mate. Never looked like missing, and that's... we saw him do that in last year's grand final. He kicked 5, and at this stage he's... I don't know how many he's he kicked today so far, mate.
Tynan Keeley, that's actually his first of the day.
Okay.
Guy Hutchinson has a couple, but that's Tynan Keeley's first.
I reckon they've had that chat at half-time, mate. They're a bit like, let's all let it hang out a little bit now, just from seeing that play there. From the back line to the forward line, that's very Marble Range. So scary signs for Lincoln South at this stage, mate.
Bartlett and Carey in ruck once more. Carey won the tap down, and Steve Paul went without it. Hand pass out from Marble Range, goes nowhere. Stuck at the bottom of the pack, trying to drag the ball free there. That looks as though it's still in Montgomery. Ball goes to ground, and we'll have a ball up. Curtis is out of town scoreboard. Yelena, 9-2-56, leading Lock, 1-6-12. Tap out one by Carey. They're going to try and control this one, Levi McDonald. He's been legged there. That's surely a free kick. Umpire says no play on. Waylon Miller trying to get free, and he does. Kicking towards Yowie. Now can Yowie take it? All over him, beautifully done. Here's Cohen Taylor, left foot snap. Cohen Taylor nails it! Cohen Taylor! Goal for goal! And you can see some of the crowd up there. They're giving the advertising boards a bit of a workout. The K&K sign and the Sam Telfer sign, copying a bit of punishment at the moment. And it is Marble Range still in front, but they lead 6-5-41 to Lincoln South 5-4-34 on the Curtis of Sales and Service scoreboard. And Cohen Taylor, as he's kicked the goal, he's gone down with an injury.
Yeah, no, a bit of cramp, I think, mate.
Right, he's up now.
Bit early for cramp, especially if they had the week off. But anyway, Steve Paul on the ground, mate, for Levi McDonald having a bit of a rest. But that was all about Carey, mate. He won that good tap in that last centre clearance.
Carey wins it again, trying to get it out of there now. Lincoln South, they can't do it. Marble Range there first. Carey across to his own crumb, trying to keep it in there. And dug out now, and now it's Tyler White getting the kick forward. Bounces over the top of Waylon Miller. That's not difficult, though, as now Marble Range, a kick is smothered beautifully. Getting across there is Dylan Montgomery. Can it sit for him? And he does. Left footer in, and it's picked off there. And umpire calls play on, not 15. So Calderwood tries to get it in. Good spoil from Tyler White. Marble Range back with it. Hand pass over the top, finds Bartlett. Returns it to Josh Slade. Slade beat one. Slade keeps it in. Going long, looking for Hutchinson. He's up against Aiden Baker. Coming across with Jack Ramsey. Couldn't handle it. Tynan Keeley goes without it as well. Taps out for Billy Byers. Can't go further. Zay Montgomery did beautifully, and now it's locked in there. I think that's Levi McDonald going across to shut it in. In fact, it's Jack Ramsey. Did very well to shut it down. 55 from home, southern end. Off to the right. We'll have a ball up. Marble Range attacking end.
Well, the intensity of this game's gone from about a 3 to about an 8 in the last 2 minutes.
Wobbly kick in, and the mark is taken. No, it's not paid, but Levi McDonald got it to Baker. Hand pass over the top. Is the bounce going to sit? It is going to sit for Connor Madden. Gets it longer. Looking for Yowie. Yowie couldn't take it. Good spoil there, Marble Range. Hand pass forward into the midfield. Finds no one. And Lincoln South rushing there with Wagner. Out to Levi McDonald, finding Connor Madden. Madden still on that right wing. Sends it into the forward line. Beautiful mark, Waylon Miller. He takes it. 48 from home. Now, is he going to go long for Sivertson? He's going to go short, finding Yowie. And Yowie can line it up from 45, almost bang in front.
He'd be desperate for this Yowie, mate, because he's getting sort of towed up at the moment by, who's that on? It looks like Price is on him. Price Marshall is giving him a bit of a hiding at the moment. So he needs this one, Yowie. Not only for the team, but for his own confidence. But he worked hard to double back then and find a bit of space in the forward line. And, of course, they look for Yowie when he's on his own, don't they, mate?
14 minutes gone, Ampol Hallett Place time clock. It's Marble Range by 7 in the grand final. And Yowie will have a shot from bang in front. He'll let it go from about 45. In he comes from the centre square. Wagner hasn't kicked one today. Moves in from 50. Lets it go from 45. He drives it. It's straight. Doesn't have the legs. No, it doesn't have the legs to carry across. Waylon Miller back with it. Miller now. He gets a wobbly old kick in. Doesn't go 15. They're trying to clear now Marble Range. Can they? Can they? No, good tackle. Great tackle. Lincoln South locking it in the left forward pocket. We'll have a ball up.
I think Marble Range will be happy with that though, mate. They kept their heads on them then. It was tight, that play. Marble Range, credit to them.
Umpire with the ball up. Up it goes, down it comes. Bartlett won the tap down. Who's going to get there first? It's Lincoln South with Miller. Hand pass Levi McDonald. It's partially smothered. McDonald has a second shot out to the right. And Levi McDonald misses. Moves Lincoln South along to 5-5-35. Trailing Marble Range 6-5-41. And we have played 16 minutes on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock. Josh Slade goes long out to the left-hand side. It's a one-on-one contest as Williams went without it. Connor Madden's going to get there first. Can he tap to his own advantage? Doesn't matter. Levi McDonald came across. And did that come off a boot? Did that come off a boot last? Or, no, it's a free kick anyway for high contact. So Marble Range will get the free. And going long, looking... And no, it comes down. No one took a mark. Socket forward by Bias. Aiden Baker has time to get across there and pick it up. And Aiden Baker hand pass over the top. And he finds his man and kick into the centre. Oh, that's an awkward one. Marble Range pick it up. They can go long. Looking for... There's Hutchinson. Hutchinson, good mark. Got in there ahead of Dylan Montgomery. Now where can Hutchinson go? He's got Bias and Keeley both free. Hutchinson goes long into the square. Hall's going to get back. Oh, Keeley!
Had his name all over it, Keith. And Guy Hutchinson, they've got to do something about this guy, mate. He's absolutely towing them up.
He is having a great game in midfield at the moment, Guy Hutchinson. Tynan Keeley's about to put Marble Range back in front by 7. If you're a Range fan, don't worry. He's so close that I can't possibly put the mock on him, and I can't. So now Tynan Keeley has his second of the afternoon, moves Marble Range out to 7-5-47, leading Lincoln South 5-5-35, Curtis of Sales and Service scoreboard.
Got banking on the ground, mate, for, I think, Charlton having a bit of a breather there for Marble Range, but I think the difference at the moment between these two sides is when it goes forward and a scoring opportunity from Marble Range, their scoring opportunities are from, within 25 metres less to have a shot at goal. When Lincoln South, they're a bit too far away from goal to be sort of even achieving it. But and they seem to be under a hell of a lot of pressure down their forward line at the moment, mate. So wait and see what happens here.
Morgan and Carey in ruck. Carey won it, but across there, first time was Purcell. Got a mongrel kick in. Lincoln South onto it quickly and driving it back to Hayden Carey. It's picked off there by Hutchinson.
There he is.
He's having a monster game. Driving inside forward 50, and Hall, I thought, was bent in the back, and the umpire says no, but that's going to be a last contact free going the way of Marble Range anyway. Here's Kyle Castley. Where does he want to go? Is he going to look for a lead? Who's going to provide one?
He could kick this, Keith. He could kick this, mate. I think he should go back and have a shot. He's got the breeze on his favour.
And the umpire calling him back across. No, you're going to stay on your line, Kyle. And he's still looking for an option. And I think you're right. He is going to have a shot now. He's going to go himself. Kyle Castley. EP Surf goal of the day. Lock it in if he kicks it. And he starts it right. He bends it back, but not far enough. And it stays out for just the 1 point. Marble Range 7-6-48. Lincoln South 5-5-35. About to enter time on at the end of the third term.
Yeah, definitely the flow going Marble Range's way at this stage, mate. But I reckon if they can get another two goals Marble Range, that'll be very hard to catch in that last quarter.
Mitchell Hall running it back in, out to the right-hand side, and he got a little bit under it, and it still holds up in the breeze. Coming back to take, good grab there from Ben Jarvis. Did very well, getting some free space, went up, and now he
What's happened here, mate?
Might have landed awkwardly on a knee or an ankle.
Well, they've stopped play. He's not getting up. There's a bit of cramp, I think, mate.
Could be cramp.
I think it's just cramp.
Courtesy of Sales and Service out-of-town scoreboard, 15.5 gone third term. United Yolanda 9-4-58, Lock 2-9-21, as now Lincoln South are going to get on with it as the ball was handed away there to Levi McDonald, who goes long out to that right wing. Someone got nudged in the back, and the umpire will say, nah, it's a Marble Range free for last touch. So Lux of Fortune there for the black and white.
It's a really good gauge on how much these guys, or how much running these guys are doing, mate. It's only the third quarter and they're already cramping up.
The punch out there from Lincoln South. Is it going to sit inside the boundary line? Everybody overruns it as the ball does trickle across the boundary line. Umpire orders the throw in. 21 minutes gone. Ampol Hallett Place time clock for the best curries in town. It's Marble Range by 13 points.
That breeze has probably picked up a notch too, Keith, heading towards Marble Range's way.
Boundary umpire throws in. It's wobbly simply because the wind got onto it. Hand pass, and it only gets as far as Marble Range. Driving into the forward line, Keeley, and it falls nicely. It's shot.
Got to make it.
Oh, no. Murray Waite misses. That's one you have to nail. As you say, Dave, you can't afford to miss them.
Well, he could have kept running, mate. He could have had a bounce, kept running in, I think. He had no forward pressure coming at him. I don't know what happened there, but anyway.
That's one you can't afford to waste in a grand final.
You'd hope not.
14 points the margin in favour of Marble Range. Mitchell Hall now will run it out, and he got under it a little bit again. Kicks out to that right-hand side once more. Punched out from Marble Range toward the boundary line, and we're going to have yet another throw in. It's going to be around about 65 from home on the left half forward flank for Marble Range. Boundary umpire at the ready as we move along to 22 minutes gone in this third term. Hayden Carey won the tap down. Can they get the ball clear? No, they can't. Cooper Miller across there. Hand passes back into the contest, and it goes free. Lincoln South onto it now, and it's going to get locked into the contest. We're going to have a ball up around about 65 from home, getting away from that pocket though.
Got to be close to that siren, mate. And Marble Range, if they want to go into the last quarter being confident, they'd want to snag one here, I think, mate. Very important.
As now Jackson Bennett went without it, and the umpires are going to call on. Oh, they're going to call play on. I thought that was a definite free. As now Lincoln South trying to get across. It's Levi McDonald wanting it, and Marble Range are more than happy to drag that one across the boundary line for the throw in. Still 14 points the margin as we hit 23 minutes gone in this third term. And the throw-in is going to take place around about 35 from home in the southwest pocket. Marble Range attacking in. Here is Slade. Got the hand pass back. Castley has a left foot snap for goal. Out to the left-hand side from Kyle Castley.
Wow.
Put it through just for the one. That brings up the 50 for Marble Range at 7-8-50. Lincoln South 5-5-35. Courtesy of Sales and Service scoreboard.
Very costly misses there, Keith. Very costly, mate.
We're doing it all this afternoon thanks to our number one ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy, as Mitchell Hall goes straight back where he's been all quarter. Castley went without it that time, and now they can get clear, can they? Cohen Dennison had a kick, went without it, and now the tackle is affected 48 out, straight in front of the Marble Range attacking goal, and we'll have yet another ball up. They just can't get out of their own end at the moment. Lincoln South, great pressure being applied by Marble Range, and now Luke Wilkins onto it, had an air swing, went without it, ball dragged down, still at the bottom of the pack, and we'll have a ball up yet again. 55 from home. As Marble Range, they're happy locking it in there, not giving Lincoln South anything. If Lincoln South can get another one just in front of the break, they will be cock-a-hoop. If Marble Range get another one in front of the break, it's a very long way back as Hutchinson kicks into the forward line. Keeley tried to bring it down, couldn't do so. Lachlan Jennings with a right footer in toward goal. Mitchell Hall.
I think it's bounced through.
Jennings has got it!
I think it's bounced through. It has.
Oh, hang on. Umpire wants to confer. Umpire telling the players to go away. And the umpire will give the all clear! Lachlan Jennings! Second goal for him, and it's number 8 for Marble Range, and this hill became a mountain.
Very, very important goal. I mean, they were, as Max Black comes on the ground again, mate, to pick up Jarvis, but they were pinching away at it, mate. They were nipping at the heels, and they couldn't get one. They finally got one, mate, and that's what it takes, the hard work. Marble Range.
Lachlan Jennings, his second. It's a 21-point break in favour of Marble Range. Lincoln South, they need one, and they need one now in front of the three-quarter time break. Up it goes, and Carey won the tap down, and the bounce again eludes Lincoln South. Marble Range, it's all them at the moment, and that's an air swing, so it'll be incorrect disposal as now Jarvis picks it up, goes quick looking for Steve Paul, gets it on one bounce. Steve Paul deciding to go longer into the forward line. Was he taken late? No. Umpire calls play on. Marble Range back to pick it up, run it across the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in. Tom Charlton decides just to hang on to it. In fact, no, it's called deliberate. That's a good call from the umpire. Charlton wanted to run it out, and he did. And so Lincoln South now, they get under it. They look towards the centre field. Marble Range punch it away. Cohen Dennison has a shot. Cohen Dennison, it's out to the right.
Too much on it.
Goes through 5-6-36. Lincoln South trailing Marble Range 8-8-56. 20-point margin as now Marble Range. They're going to go back to the pocket of death as they decide to run it out, and it's that's a great top. That's almost into the midfield, and ball is brought. That's a great grab.
Well, that's Keeley up the ground.
No, it was touched. No, it was touched. No mark for Keeley. As now, is that going to be called legging? No, it's called incorrect disposal. Luke Wilkins tried to get the kick downfield. It's smothered, and now Marble Range can get it longer as the rain comes in. Billy Bias takes the mark. Now, who's there? Where does he want to go? Bias is going to hand pass to Hutchinson. Hutchinson, he's going to shoot himself, and he has a slice. He had two men unmarked going down the centre.
He did.
And he made a mess of it.
Look, at his defence, I didn't see them either, mate. The ball was coming in that quick. And the way Hutchinson's been playing, I would have had a shot too, mate. He's on today, so why not? But, yeah, at the end of the day, he did have two men. He did have 2 men about 20 metres out, dead in front, but the ball...
no!
But he might have another chance here.
And now Lincoln South have put this one straight out on the full, so Guy Hutchinson...
He will have another crack here.
He could look for Keeley. No. He's still looking for a lead. Hutchinson, he's just got to bang this one long, does he? He hangs it out to the top of the square, and it's not going to come down in time.
Well, I would have liked to have seen the siren go a little bit earlier then and leave it with Hutchinson to kick after the siren.
8-8-56. Marble Range leading Lincoln South 5-6-36. Dave, your thoughts on that term?
I think Marble Range will be happy with where they're at, mate. I think the tackling pressure was still up. Tyne and Keeley be absolutely wrapped with that. Max Black, sensational effort on Jarvis. Jarvis was pretty quiet that quarter. So Iverson was fantastic for Lincoln South, but it was all about the Marble Range and their perceived pressure in that forward line, mate. They just kept it in there to give them enough opportunity to eventually snag a couple. Is it enough going into this last quarter? I can tell you it's starting to rain. It will slow things down for Lincoln South, but hey, we know these guys haven't probably got out of third gear yet. They've got plenty of run in their legs, but I feel the boys were cramping though, Keith.
That could be a bit of a problem in the final term. 20 points the margin. Marble Range leading Lincoln South. Final quarter coming up next on our live coverage of the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League decider. Thanks to our number one ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy here on 5CC.
It's where legends are made.
The sideline view on 5CC.
Thanks to our number one ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, your home of local footy.
Hi, I'm Mark Venning, dealer principal at City Motors. We're your local Kia, Isuzu and Nissan dealer, as well as service, parts and warranty agents for Holden. After a pre-owned vehicle, visit our yard on the corner of King and Porter Street.
leading Lincoln South. What's the word out of the huddles, Dave?
Mate, the message is pretty clear from Yowie. Boys, no matter what happens today, the sun comes up tomorrow, so do not go in your shells now. Let the anxiety out this quarter. Start playing your game. You're not playing it yet, so plenty of run. Build the excitement. Excitement gives you energy. Energy gives you run. That was the message, mate.
It'll be very interesting to see how they handle the conditions in this final term. As you say, the rain now definitely falling, and that plays right into Marble Range's hands, trying to shut the game down with that 20-point lead.
Sorry, mate, I'm just trying to get my breath back, Keith.
The rain falling plays into Marble Range's hands because now
mate.
this gives them a reason to shut the game down.
Yeah, most definitely, mate, and that's all they have to do. Without getting too defensive, but I think they've been doing that already, mate. Their tackling pressure's been fantastic, and we'll just watch out for this battle between Jarvis and Max Black this quarter, mate. Billy Bice needs to get busy as well, mate.
Curtis's out-of-town scoreboard, three-quarter time at Ungara. United Yolanda 9-6-60 leading Lock 2-9-21. Inaccuracy costing the Roos at the moment in the Great Flinders Grand Final. 39 points the margin Lock need to make up. Here it's a 20-point margin that Lincoln South need to make up. Umpires at the ready. You can hear the siren in the background. We are underway in the final quarter of this premiership season. Carey and Morgan in ruck, and Carey will win it. He doesn't get much of it though. Lincoln South trying to dispose of it, and the umpire says it's caught in there despite the fact that Josh Slade runs away with it, so we'll have a ball up pretty much in the same spot. And the ball up now quickly, and Carey brought it down. Connor Madden went without it, and now Cohen Taylor with it. Can get away. He got a kick forward. He's looking towards Steve Paul. Can't take the mark. Jackson Bennett, good harassment. Steve Paul tapping to his own advantage. Paul now, and the ball is across the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in.
Just that third quarter, mate, the clearances for Marble Range were 10 to Lincoln South's 3. So they need to make it up there, Lincoln South. That's where they're clearly losing the ball in their clearances.
Boundary umpire throws in. Marble Range brought it down with Morgan, and it's stuck to the bottom of the pack, and umpire says enough of that. 51 metres out from Lincoln South attacking goal, southern end, and we will have a ball up to the left of centre, round about 20 metres in from that boundary line. Up it goes, down it comes. Hayden Carey won the tap, and getting across there, Marble Range just to tap the ball across the boundary line once more. They're more than happy for this ball just to stay on the ground, keep it as far away as possible from goal, and now it comes in. Carey went without it. Ball at the bottom of the pack once more. It's dug out the side, but the umpire says no, not out in time, and we'll have yet another ball up. Josh Slade there again. Umpire at the ready and gets on with it quickly. Carey won that one. Kick out is partially smothered, and now it's out to Minnie, and now they'll get the clearing kick in Marble Range. It's a wobbler up towards centre field, and it comes down, socket ahead, and that's going to go straight across the boundary line. Lincoln South will get that last touch free. Very important now, Lincoln South with Mitchell Hall. They need to drive this one long, and they need to get in forward 50 as much as possible. Mitchell Hall now. He's going to run, and he's going to go long, keeping it low, looking for Zane Montgomery. Montgomery went without it, trying to get the kick around the body. Can't get there. And who's up with it now? I think that's Marble Range with it, trying to get forward with Slade. And the umpire says, we've had enough of that. Come back here, give it to me, we'll go once more.
Good umpiring. I like it. He's just letting the play go. It's good.
Carey won the tap down. They're trying to get the ball forward, and they do now. Does it beat Cooper Miller? It does. Here's an opportunity. Off and running is Daniel Blythe into the square, and Yowie can't get there. Yowie's trying to tap free, and he does. Still there. Blythe, right foot snap. Yes!
How good was that
Here
from
we
Blythe?
go. Here we go.
Blythe's second effort there, mate. Do or die effort there. That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
6-6-42, Curtis' sales and service scoreboard. Marble Range 8-8-56. We've played 4 minutes of this final term. They needed to make up 4. That's 1.
Exactly.
Oh,
excellent by Blythe.
It's going to get tight.
As he goes back to his opponent in Cooper Miller, just saying, how about that one, mate? Where were you on that second effort? That's what Blythe said. Where were you?
Do it all this afternoon for our number 1 ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy. Carey and Morgan in ruck once more. Dylan Morgan's been enormous in ruck as he wins that, but Jarvis got the crumb, and he goes long. It's a wobbly top inside 50, and Marble Range getting there first, trying to bat it free. Good tackle there, Cohen Taylor. Josh Slade with it now, ducked his head, so the umpire says gone!
Oh, hang on a minute.
He ducked his head.
Okay.
So Waylon Miller with it.
He's a bit far out, but he's got... Who's he? Oh, I don't know. He's
Miller
go
running.
long.
He wants to find Yowie. Kicks towards Yowie. Cops one in the back, did
Great
he?
mark.
Umpire says no. It's a mark paid. Yowie wants the free. He's not getting it.
That's Tommy Charlton, mate. Just rock solid in defence there, mate.
keeping it low, looking for Calderwood. Calderwood went to ground. Waylon Miller, right foot snap towards goal, and the mark is taken in the goal square, and now Charlton can run it out for Marble Range. He goes out to that right-hand side where it kept getting stuck in the third term. Luke Wilkins falling back now. Wilkins, the hand pass over the top. They need to keep this one, and incorrect disposal. It's gone. Marble Range can move, can they? No. They're going to go back and just slow it down. Billy Bias will take the free. Right centre wing. If Marble Range can get that goal back, then that might be the confidence boost that they need to get across the line. Here is Josh Slade playing midfield now. Slade will slow it down. He goes out to the right-hand side, and they're just taking it easy here with, it is Todd Slade going now for Billy Bias. That's, Connor Madden.
Paul manning up there by Lincoln South. Three easy possessions there by Marble Range just to work their way up forward, mate. That's what they like.
Billy Bias keeping it low, looking for Tynan Keeley, and that's a good spoil coming across from Lincoln South. They're trying to get it out of here now, and Marble Range will lock it into the bottom of the contest, and we'll have a ball up in the pocket of death around about 30 metres from home at the Marble Range attacking end. Lincoln South need to get it out of there, and fairly quickly. As the ball goes up and down it comes. Hayden Carey won the tap, and Lincoln South trying to get free. They can't do it. Umpire calling play on. Now they do get free, but it's a wobbly kick into centre field, and that looks like Jackson Bennett with the mark. Going short. Oh, that's terrible marking. Daniel Minnie. He takes it 48 from home, and the umpire, he's just calling the line now on Daniel Minnie, and the umpire, well, Minnie's looked to play on a couple of times there. He's going to go back and take a shot by the looks of it.
Well, he's confident he might have an option here, mate.
Yeah, he's going to have to look
He's going to go
lead, looking for Tynan Keeley. Missed him. Billy Bias. Right foot snap.
No.
Away to the right.
Billy's looking dangerous, I can tell you.
He got free there. Had an opportunity. 8-9-57 Marble Range, leading Lincoln South 6-6-42. So Lincoln South, they dodge a bullet there. Aiden Baker now in his own goal square. Picks it up and off and running. Baker trying to keep it low out to this right-hand side. Pack flew. Good punch there from Bartlett, but Sivertson back with it. And he slices that. Is that going to bounce? Is that going to bounce first? Oh, they do well to keep it in. And now across there. And do they get it free? Yes, they do. And kick up and under from Gary into the midfield. Good spoil there from Jennings. It's going to be Daniel Minnie getting there first. Cohen Taylor's on him. Cohen Taylor getting across on Minnie. Good tackle, but he got it away first. And now Luke Wilkins trying to get there early, and he does. Hand pass back for Mitchell Hall. Over the top now, Max Williams. He decides to go longer. Looking for Steve Paul, doing well there. No. Yes, he did pay the mark. Steve Paul continuing on, finds Connor Madden around back. Now, Yowie with the hand pass. They make a mess of that. Here's Daniel Blythe. Blythe on it now, trying to lock it in there. I think he's going to get called. No, he's not. And it's going to be a ball up, 50 from home. Lincoln South attacking end just to the left of centre.
I reckon Yowie did pretty well then, mate. He just had no support around him, so... But then again, the pressure and the perceived pressure by Marble Range once again was too much for Yowie Wagner.
Free kick going in, and it's going to go Marble Range. I think it's Cooper Miller who's going to get it. Or is it Slade? No, it's going to be Josh Slade, and he decides to slow it down. That is the very smart thing to do, because you need to stop this momentum, because Lincoln South, they have the running, and now the short kick over the top, and that's disappointing marking.
Yeah, it is. Once again, Billy Bias, probably third possession in the last 5 minutes.
Bias deciding to go short as well. He looks for Gary.
Jackson
They
Bennett.
brought it down. Gary now off to the races, goes long, looking for Tynan Keeley.
It's just the Marble Range of old, the one that wins them flags, mate. They're playing that good football, that kick-to-kick football, mate, down the line, and uncontested possessions.
Umpire calling back to his line. Keeley wants to go. He's called to play on now. Keeley from 50 goes long. It's going to hold up in the breeze, not quite making the square. That's a great mark coming across, doing beautifully there. I think that might be Hall. They decide to go long, looking for Wilkins, found him. Luke Wilkins now free. Hand pass away. Can they get the kick in? They can. Looking downfield. Here's Ramsey. Oh, good mark.
Oh, is that Tommy Charlton again?
In fact, it was Druitt, but it was Tom Charlton coming across, doing beautifully.
Last solid 5 minutes from Charlton, mate. Just his awareness and the way he's judging the ball in the air is fantastic. And his kicking's been awesome down back.
Short kick for Slade wasn't 15. Slade sends the hand pass back. That's a short kick again for Cooper Miller, and that must have been 15.2 metres. And Cooper Miller took the mark. Looked to play on. Umpire says no, you can go back. Now Cooper Miller does have to play on. He goes short again to Slade, and he got a touch on that, did he? Yes.
Ooh, lucky.
Very fortunate there, Josh Slade, to No,
Yes, he
Levi
went
McDonald thinks he's getting the free. No, you're not, Levi. It was definitely touched on the way through. Whether it was touched in front of the boundary line or not, I couldn't tell. Hayden Carey now going across.
Yeah, good
Couldn't
free.
bring it down. Oh, that's tough.
No,
that's tough.
good decision. Great decision. He was held without it, mate.
Hayden Carey now with the free kick. Looks to go inside forward 50. Marble Range getting across in front of the ball. Miller trying to get there. Calderwood plucks it. And now he sends it back from whence it came. Carey's falling across. Oh, they had to get in there, Lincoln South, and just wait for it. And now Josh Slade with it. Slade got the hand pass away. And the kick forward from Todd is going to send Lockie Pake on the chase. Pake, can he run it down? He can. But Dylan Blewett did well to get across there. And now Zane Montgomery. Hand pass back to Blewett. Hand pass to, I'm not sure, I think that was Bear. And now Montgomery. And now it gets stuck at the contest. And they do well, Marble Range, to force an error from Dylan Blewett as the ball crosses the boundary line. Boundary umpire to throw in, 55 from home, northwest corner. Marble Range attacking end.
Well, that's only a small thing, but solid body work there from Samuel Bear just to keep Tylan Kelly away from the actual contest.
Partial smother, it's drifting, away to the left.
Well,
oh, the bounce.
Looking dangerous.
Yeah, Marble Range, they're looking. They can sniff the knockout blow here. It's 8-10-58. Leading Lincoln South 6-6-42. Kick in. It's off hands. Who can pick it up? It's Socket. And if he can just get there, Steve Paul. No, he can't. Oh, big contest. Big bump. And now the kick forward from Miller. It's into a one-on-one contest. It's Yowie. Yowie! He got body contact. And he's in on an open goal. And Yowie Wagner will slot it. And finally, Yowie has his first. And Lincoln South, they're still in this contest. 7-6-48. Trailing Marble Range 8-10-58 as we hit the 10-minute mark of this final term on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock for the best curries in town.
Steve Paul off the ground for a rest, mate, with Brody Druitt. Some fresh legs there, but smart footy from Yowie, and that's why he played league footy, mate. He just read it well. Just the body work was fantastic, mate, and got an easy one in the end. But Tom Charlton, good solid body work there, mate, and it hurt him too, mate. He went down, his ribs were sore, but he's back on his feet now, Tom Charlton.
Still waiting for a clear City Motors Mark of the Day contender in this final term.
Next clearance is massive, Keith, massive.
Carey flew, got it down, and going without it, and it's still bouncing around. Cohen Taylor in there, and calls for and he's kicking in danger. So the kick in danger, free going the way of Cohen Taylor. I don't know, I wasn't sure whether he was going to get Cohen Taylor for legging or whether he was going to get Jackson Bennett for kicking in danger, but he decides to go with the kicking in danger. Cohen Taylor into the forward line. Slade punches away. It's going to sit now, is it? No, they can't get clean possession, and it's sitting there for Lincoln South. Tyler White trying to dig it out. They're still with it. Cooper Miller touched off the boot, and now Waylon Miller trying to get across there. In fact, it's Dylan Montgomery. Miller now will have the hands and touches it across the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in just in front of the Marble Range dugout here at Centenary Oval. Lincoln South, they've got the momentum.
Clearances 6-3 Lincoln South's way at the moment, so they're definitely getting back into the game here, Lincoln South.
Tap down, can they get clear? Dylan Montgomery can. Wobbly kick in from Ben Jarvis. It's going to get one bounce. Back now, Levi McDonald went without it. He's high.
Geez.
And Levi McDonald will get the free. He's on about a 30-degree angle. He's going to be kicking from about 50 and 25.
He mouthed back to the umpire then, mate. He's done everything right too, Charlton. He just needed to drop his knees a bit more than with that tackle, mate. But they're certainly lipping off. No excuse.
So now Levi McDonald has an opportunity to really make this a squeaker of a game. Levi McDonald comes in and drills it.
Brings it within 4 points, I think, mate.
Curtis's sales and service scoreboard. 8-10-58 Marble Range. Lincoln South 8-6-54. And we have plenty of time. We've ticked over to 13 minutes on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock for the best curries in town. Out of town scoreboard thanks to Curtis's sales and service. It's United Atlanta 9-9-63, Lock 2-10-22. Great Flinders Grand Final.
Well, there's no doubt Lincoln South's got a bit of a run on here. Marble Range, it's not panic stations yet. They just need to win this clearance, mate. They've got, who's that there? In the ruck there for...
We have a breach. Oh, it's going Lincoln South's way. Hayden Carey will get the free. Oh boy, it's all Lincoln South now. Hayden Carey goes long. That's going inside the arc. Who's there? Marble Range on their own. They're getting in each other's way. Yowie, shot! Away to the right, misses everything. And it's going to be a free going the way of Marble Range. Oh, it's getting tight.
Yowie's looking lively. Very lively, mate.
They're going to try and slow this one down now. That looks as though...
I don't think they can afford to, mate. I think they need to get going here, Marble Range.
They're going to kick to a contest. Pack flew, it's off hand. Falls down. Who's on there? No one's letting that one out. Stacks on the middle, and we'll have a ball up 53 from home.
More changes for Lincoln South on the bench. They've got fresh legs, mate, and this is what we said before the game. They might be relying on having that week off last week.
Carey won the tap down. Cohen Taylor with it. Hand pass back to Carey. Kick is partially smothered off the boot. Dylan Montgomery with it. Was he taken without it? Umpire says no. Cooper Miller hand pass. Oh, he wasn't looking, and neither was the man that got it. And Waylon Miller sets on him, and it's going to be free for high contact from Waylon Miller. He couldn't help himself.
Well, he can give the handball back here and go for the switch if he wants. Get himself right. No, he won't.
And Josh Slade almost went without it, and now they go long down this left wing. Tynan Keeley's looking for it. He spoils it, but it comes across for Sivertson. Goes back inside forward 50. Man on his own. Couldn't get there was, I think that was Brodie Druitt. And now the ball will be locked into the contest, and we will have a ball up round about 48 from home. Oh boy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Keith, but it looks like they've got Dan Minnie one out in the square for Marble Range in the forward line.
Hayden Carey brought it down. Cooper Miller got it away to Max Black, who gets a wobbly kick forward. That's a great mark taken there by Jack Ramsey. Backing up. Ramsey, they've only got one man back of Ramsey in his own 50. Ramsey decides to go short, finds Zane Montgomery. Montgomery bias on the mark. So Montgomery, where does he want to go? Montgomery continues down the right. He hangs it up inside 50. Falling across, Marble Range back with it. Hand pass goes nowhere. Cohen Taylor, can he get a bounce? He can. Cohen Taylor has a snap and he slices it, so it's out on the full. And Marble Range will get the free, but it's still down the Marble Range end. 15 minutes gone. Ampol Hallett Place time clock. It's Marble Range by 4.
Like I said, Dan Minnie, one out, mate, on his own 50, in the 50 there for Marble Range with Tynan Keeley moving himself up the ground, mate.
Marble Range to take the free. Where do they want to go? Are they going to go long? Yeah, they're going to run it, and they're going to go long.
They're going to go to Keeley.
And that was the kick in from Calderwood. And Keeley. The ball is brought down. Keeley couldn't bring it down clean. He's going to tap to his own advantage.
You'll get the free.
Did we get a... No, I thought I heard a whistle. And the ball goes in, and it will sit. And the mark is taken by Josh Slade, who decides to go long down that right-hand side.
No, the umpire's called I think now... I don't know what's going on here, mate.
It's going to be a free to Jennings, going long and looking for a 2-on-2 contest. Ball falls to the bottom of the pack. It's still stuck in there. Umpire will call for a ball up. It's 8-10-58 Marble Range, Lincoln South. 8-6-54, courtesy of Sales and Service scoreboard.
Josh Slade on Wagner, mate. A bit of frustration building between those two players, mate. They know this is make or break this
ball
one.
Shoots out the side as Hutchinson sends it inside 50. Keeley's down there. Keeley's there. No free kick. Bias taken in the tackle by Baker, and we'll have a ball up. Marble Range baying for high contact, and Lincoln South holding the ball, and the umpire says none of it. Up it goes and down it comes. Marble Range won it, and Baker now with it. Hand pass out. Thought I heard a whistle. No. Umpire calls play on, and now Josh Slade. He's gone, is he? No. Hand pass back, and now they've got some problems with Gary. He's got to be gone, and yes, he is now.
Yep.
Steve Paul with the ball, and it's 25. They can't afford this Marble Range, and if they're smart, Lincoln South, they'll be able to run through. Here is Wilkins. No, he could see it wasn't on, so Luke Wilkins slows it down. Wilkins will go out to the right. He's looking forward. He wants his man forward. Was he held on to there? Montgomery, umpire says no. And it's away to Castley. Castley, does he slice it? No, he doesn't. But he only gets as far as Jack Ramsey. Ramsey wants to send it in the middle. Luke Wilkins is going to have to tap to his own advantage. No. It's Cohen Taylor now getting the hand pass. Going long, looking for Sivertson. Missed him. It's going to sit for Yowie, is it? Can he tap to his own advantage? No. Good block there from Price Marshall. Wagner's on it. Wagner, hand pass. Connor Madden into the open goal. Connor Madden. He puts Lincoln South in front. 9-6-60, courtesy of Sales and Service scoreboard. Leading Marble Range, 8-10-58. 18 minutes gone on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock final term.
They just fought hard then, Lincoln South, and you know what? They got the donuts at the end, mate, so well deserved. Well deserved. Good fight and good reward.
We have 2 minutes plus time on. Let me do the count. It was 4. Marble Range have not kicked that. Marble Range have kicked 2 points in this final term. Lincoln South have kicked 4 goals straight. Accuracy coming in as a virtue.
Probably a bit early to say next goal wins, but next goal is So important, obviously.
Carey won the tap out. Josh Slade got it down. Slade had an air swing. Umpire says play on. It's Cohen Taylor. He gets a dinking kick out. Everybody misses it. Miller going across along with Gary. Gary puts it on the toe. Soccers to his advantage. Gary, can he soccer it again? No. Miller got in there. Can Miller lock it in there? And he can't. He gets it across the boundary line and the boundary umpire to throw in. What does the clock say? 19 and a half minutes gone. Boundary umpire throws in. Punched forward by Carey. He sends it back across the boundary line and the umpire says
they're asking for deliberate. No.
He's punching forward rather than sideways, so we'll throw it in again.
Yeah, good decision.
And the boundary umpire will throw it in front of the Port Lincoln Mitre 10 sign on that far side. It's around about 70 from home at the Lincoln South attacking end. Carey shouldered his way through the contest. Carey tried to get the ball out. Umpire said
too high.
High
Marble range free.
Lachlan Jennings, hand pass away, and now they'll try and keep it low. They will. Picked up on the half volley. That's good contest in there from Max Williams, trying to get onto the ball. Lincoln South want a free for holding the man without it. Umpire says throw it in. It's on that far side. It's on left centre wing for Lincoln South, just on their attacking side of centre field. And Carey went without it. Brought down by Hutchinson. Wobbly kick forward, and there's a referred free. There's a referred free. So Marble Range have an opportunity to get back in front here if they can send it in for Tynan Keeley. And now they go long. It's going to sit up in the breeze. Getting across there, Levi McDonald couldn't quite get there. Now he does. Aiden Baker, in fact, gets a kick forward. And who's going to get there? It's Hayden Carey. Carey can send it long. Can he? Yes. Wagner. Can he win the foot race? Wagner. He's on his own. Hand pass to himself.
He's got it.
Wagner's gone.
He can run
in. He can seal it here. And
He's got it.
does.
He's got it.
Yowie Wagner. Goal number 2 for him. And it's goal number 10 for Lincoln South. And all they have to do is play keep away now. 10-6, 66, Lincoln South leading Marble Range, 8-10-58. Curtis's Sales and Service scoreboard. We played 22 minutes on the Ampol Hallett Place time clock.
Well, the ball comes floating into the forward line there for Lincoln South, and it was just an epic duel between Price Marshall and Yowie Wagner. Yowie Wagner just kept his feet well, mate. He got the possession of the foot. He could have ran in more, but I think his feet were exhausted and he kicked it from where he did, mate, and it sailed through.
Carey and
Great
Bartlett in ruck. Carey flies, got the punch down. Can they dig it out of the ruck? They can. And now Jarvis' kick is partially smothered. It goes sideways. And now Lachlan Jennings falling back. Jennings with it. He's got to let this one go. Is he going to get done? Yes, he is.
Oh.
He didn't get rid of it. And now Connor Madden will have the free kick. And he's going to take all the time in the world here, Connor Madden. He needs to run the clock down. It's 22 minutes gone, and Connor Madden has the 8-point lead with Lincoln South. He can go long. He will run and go long. He goes inside forward 50 to the contest. Pack flew, brought down. Who's with it now? Marble Range have it. They almost have an air swing. Charlton, he's got to be gone. In fact, it's Black. He's got to be gone. No! Umpire says no prior opportunity.
No.
I thought he had it.
No, I totally agree.
Umpire sends it skyward once more. Tap down, Lincoln South. They have an air swing, going without it. And Marble Range now, they get a wobbly kick into centre field. Carey's flying across, can't take the mark. Got front spot though, and it's stuck at the bottom of the pack. We'll have a ball up just inside the centre square.
Got to be the last play coming up here, I think, for Marble Range to at least have a crack at winning this game. I think they've got to make a statement right here and actually get it down forward, mate.
24 minutes gone, Ampol Hell Place time clock. Bartlett brought it down with himself. Baker, that's high, yes, umpire calls it. Aiden Baker with the free kick. It's 8-point margin in favour of Lincoln South on the Curtis' Sales and Service scoreboard.
Yo, he's telling him to slow it right down. He's saying, do not kick it. We don't want it down here yet. Just slow it right down.
I reckon he lets go the top. No, he decides to go the drop punt. Looking to the pack, looking for Wagner. It's at the back of the pack. Marble Range will get there first. Can they get some clean possession? No. And umpire calls play on. Stuck in the pack, and we'll have another ball up. They're desperate here. Sivertson and Wagner, both very, very slow to get up. Umpire will call time
I
on.
think that might have been Wagner that hit Severson then. He come flying over the top of there, desperate for this footy. Both sides
Up it goes. 8 point the margin. Lincoln South can seal it here. Josh Slade trying to get it out. Kicks out, and now it's going to sit. Hand pass for Aiden Baker. Baker, that's high, surely, umpire, yes!
Yeah, fair
Lachlan
call.
Jennings couldn't help himself. He put on the hip bump, and now Aiden Baker has a shot from pretty much bang in front. And if he kicks this, then it is game, set, bingo.
Yeah, it's back-to-back if he kicks this, mate, I think, mate. It's the nail in the coffin, and it's only taken Lincoln South to put the foot on the pedal for the good 5 minutes, and they've broken this game apart, mate, and yeah.
Aiden Baker, if he gets this, then Lincoln South have the chocolates and the premiership. He's banging in front. He's going to let it go from about 45. Aiden Baker moving in, up in over the arc. Here it comes. Aiden Baker.
There, look,
there's
there's
a
the siren.
anyway. And what a way to finish
He's
it.
kicked it.
Aiden Baker.
Back-to-back there for Lincoln South.
He kicked it anyway, and Lincoln South by 14 points in the end.
And they come running from everywhere here, Keith.
Lincoln South 11-6-72 have defeated Marble Range 8-10-58. For the record, in that final term, if you can believe it, Lincoln South kicked 6 straight to 2 behind. What a final term.
Yeah.
You want to talk about taking advantage of the wind? Oh boy, didn't they take advantage of it in the end.
Well, we did say all game they never really got out of second gear. Maybe in the third quarter they got into third gear. But I'll tell you what, that last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes maybe, they got flying, didn't they, mate? They got into full flight. That's the reason why they bagged 6 straight. But credit to Marble Range. It was a big fight from them, mate. It was a big fight. Probably had too many quiet plays in the end. But Lincoln South, well, there you go, back-to-back, Keith.
Very, very impressive
How are you,
performance
mate?
from...
Have you got your... How's the heart rate?
The heart rate's fine. The voice is just struggling, as you can probably hear at the moment. But what a final term for the defending premiers. They just would not be denied, and they were just flying home in the end. And Lincoln South, unbelievable momentum in the end, and that they just kept coming and coming and coming, and eventually Marble Range, that game last week told, and the pressure had to tell. They had to snap, and it did.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the way the last quarter started for Marble Range was looking very promising, mate. They got their hands on it. They were just kept going the way they were going. They first exactly like the first 3 quarters, but like Lincoln South, they just kicked into that gear, and that's what Yowie said. He said, "Dang on, boys, you haven't even started playing your natural game yet. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the nerves. Just play your natural game, and we've got it." And you know what? 10 minutes, and they did.
They certainly did. 11-6-72. Lincoln South have defeated Marble Range 8-10-58. Goal scorers: Connor Madden with 1, Colby Sivertson with 2, Waylon Miller 1, Levi McDonald 1, Aiden Baker 1, Daniel Blythe 1, Yowie Wagner 2, Steve Paul and Cohen Taylor 1 each. You're basically looking at the biggest names in the Lincoln South side.
Yeah, got running.
That when they needed them, they came up and they stood up.
You know, like I said, 10 minutes of their natural game and what they've been doing all year, and they got the game signed, sealed and delivered, mate, at the most important end of the actual game, and that's right in the 4th quarter.
For Marble Range, Todd Slade with 1, Kyle Castley with 1, Guy Hutchinson with 2, Tynan Keeley with 2, and Lachlan Jennings with a double as well. Lachlan Jennings, I thought at one point, him getting a double, I thought, oh, this is the most unlikely of grand final heroes, but when Lachlan Jennings had that opportunity at the northern end, and it didn't come off, and from there, you could just feel the momentum. It just twisted and turned and went.
Yeah, they jumped on the opportunity of Lincoln South, where Marble Range probably didn't make the most of their opportunities. Probably not in that 3rd quarter either. They probably had about, I think it was roughly about, 7 scoring shots to 2, I think it was in that 3rd quarter. I think they kicked 2 of them, but probably needed more. Obviously needed more, mate, going into that 4th quarter.
They certainly did, and you can't say that Lincoln South didn't deserve it the way they had the running in that final turn. They really did wait until the most opportune time, but for so long in that game it just looked as though Marble Range had them smothered.
Absolutely. I think most of the game was swinging their way. I think we'd both agree on that. I think if Yowie Wagner had his game again and his troops again, he wouldn't recommend that they do it like that again, mate. Like I said, it was 10 minutes of good football. They were in it all game, but 10 minutes of just their true football, mate, which was enough to prove that they were the better side for the year, mate. And they'll be taking home the chocolates and back-to-back, baby.
It certainly does, but you have to give mention to the club that has been built out at Wangari at the moment, because you think about, okay, Lincoln South have just gone back-to-back premiers, but remember that they've beaten the back-to-back premiers in successive grand finals. Marble Range have made 4 A-grade grand finals on the trot, and they won the first 2, and the biggest margin when they've gone down has been 14 points. So they've won 2 grand finals, and they've been very close fought in the 2 that they've lost as well.
Yeah, it's been huge, mate. And no one can take anything away from Marble Range there, mate. You look at the Bees, they've come home with the chocolates there, and there's good things happening there, mate. And there's going to be more flags definitely on the horizon down at Marble Range, mate. They've got some good things happening down at Wangari.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. It'll be interesting to see now how Marble Range bounce back from this, because they do have some players who are getting a bit long in the tooth. They're getting a bit older, and Lincoln South, they've got everything in front of them because they've got so much youth there. They're probably the second youngest team in the competition, aside from Boston. So they've got a very bright future.
It's all about hanging on to those players, mate, and I don't see any reason why they shouldn't hang on to those players. With, you know, you're winning games, you're winning flags, and they all seem like they've got a pretty good camaraderie down there. But they need to keep Yowie Wagner and Benny Jarvis and all those senior heads down there. But Marble Range, they'll recruit again, mate. They always seem to. They're a bit like Geelong in the AFL, mate. They don't ever seem to sort of lie down and flop out, do they? They always sort of cream themselves to the top pretty quick.
That's a very good point you make, because the Geelong is a very good alternative to exactly what you might be considering Lincoln South Marble Range, I should say, being able to do, because they just keep replacing players as soon as the opportunity comes along, and they just keep digging in. I think I put you on the roaming mic there, so I think you might have actually, it is, it's on mute now, and we'll turn that back on. I'm not sure whether we do. Let's try and turn you up a little bit. Still waiting for that one to come through, unfortunately, so we'll send you down there and see if you can get a few interviews. And before we do, I'll just make sure that mic's working, but we'll have the presentation coming up next on our live and exclusive coverage of the 2024 Port Lincoln Football League Premiership season, thanks to our number 1 ticket holder, Macca's Port Lincoln, the home of local footy on 5CC.
Local footy lives